Welcome back to the AI Battle Arena. The venue of blood and gore and destruction, where our AI slaves, much like slaves in civilizations of old, are forced to fight against each other for our entertainment. Wah! Says Cold War Mech. Indeed. We are back today, again, with more of this. Now, brief recap. Last stream, we started using ChatGPT instead of novel AI, and there's upsides and downsides. I'm going to try to work through today and improve it to hit more of those upsides and have less of the downsides, which I think I can do. The nice thing about ChatGPT is it's fast and free, whereas novel AI is actually a bit slower and not free. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. It's slightly less suited to the task, but still perfectly good enough. So the idea is, we have people from chat submit AI fighters, and then we use an AI to battle them to the death. Whoever wins, their house in Cabal gets some, I think it was 2,500 User coins, the equivalent of £25, and they also get to choose a couple of causes to put that towards. So we don't currently have a system where we can just give them the coins, but they can choose what the coins go towards. We're still keeping that up. I love how Sport is back, even though he does not enjoy these streams specifically. Now, there is another new innovation today. And I wonder if I can demonstrate it like this. Yes, look at that in the background. This is a clue as to what our new innovation is today, and you'll find out more as we go into the show. Right. I assume the music is coming through as it's supposed to. Yes, okay, good. Thank you, Sport. He would need a name that is not made of other words, but otherwise that could actually be used. And chat, if you wouldn't mind following Sport's example, please post your character submissions now, and also vote with emoji reactions on the character that you like the most. If you're not watching via Discord, that's where all this is happening. Join in Discord, and you can submit characters and vote on characters all you like. Just submit a character exactly as Matthias has done there, put the name, the description, and the image in one message, and then everyone else react on the characters that you want to see fighting. We've got a submission of More Ryu, who I think is supposed to be a combination of Mordred and Ryuko from Kill la Kill. Two anime tomboys shoved together into one person, which I approve. We've got Titus Tigerius, Emperor of New Rome in AD 7000 from Plasma. That's got a couple of votes. Robert Thomas Baker, his sports character. I assume, Sport, that is the name of a real person that you have nicked. Gordon Ramsay. By the way, you guys can use, no, probably not actually. Behold, Mathazu. With the power of mathematics, he manipulates the laws of the natural world to defeat the enemies of order. Another good submission from Field Wizard. You made it up. Okay, Sport, fair enough. Well, I did say no real names, but because those are not names of a recognized person, that's fine, you can use them. That's not as far as I know, anyway. Alright, there's plenty of submissions, chat. Vote on your favorites. We'll give it another minute, roughly, of submissions and voting. For those who submit a character but it doesn't get used, apologies, but save it for later because you may take part in another battle. There's going to be several battles today. Usually we do somewhere between 4 and 8 battles in a day. Can I submit? Yes, you can submit as many characters as you want, each. Remember, you as the player are like the summoner, and you can have a roster of characters you can load into every battle. The only limitation we have is that if a character, not a player, but a character, loses a battle, they can't fight in the next one. Achilles says, the creativity for the characters today is way better than last time I checked. Welcome to Golden Age Cabal. Olo, a crazy wizard with a bedsheet, eater of souls, thinks he is a ghost. Alright, chat, we'll give it another 30 seconds, and then I will decide based on which one has the most votes, or which two have the most votes. And if there is a tie, then it'll be a sudden death. Whichever one gains or loses a vote first will decide it. Currently, it's a many item tie between I think 4 items. You're dressed like a sperm using the head, says Sport. Thank you, Sport. Wearing white, apparently, is enough to annoy the white nationalist Sport. I didn't know this. Understood, Warmack. Alright. Chat, I am now going to look through, and whoever has the most and second most votes will be playing today. So, Mathazu with 4 votes. I think he's going to be in. And Titus Tigerius with 5. They are different people, and they are different houses. One doesn't have a house. Actually, Field Wizard does not have a house yet. It's a good point. Field Wizard, we should maybe get you one. Maybe we'll get you one today. Okay, that'll be it then. It'll be Plasma. Sorry, not Plasma. Yes, Plasma. Plasma with Titus Tigerius versus Field Wizard with Mathazu. All right, that'll be the first battle. Now, chat, this is the part where you have to give me a moment to load all the characters in. But hopefully it's worth it. Good thing I have this music to distract us. All right, let's make a new... There's so many things now to copy. It would be nice to automate this. But it's not easy to automate it. I suppose I can make a bot that accesses the API for, oh, that's weird. Yeah. That's a shame. Can I do this? Yes. Okay. It's not quite as quick, but it's alright. I could probably make a bot that accesses the API and do completely automate a lot of this. That'd be cool. I wonder if there's anyone in the audience who's a programmer who would be interested in doing that. Alright. Players. It's Plasma versus Field Wizard. And fighters. Titus Tigerius versus Mathazu. The colon on the end of the description there, Field Wizard, I'm going to remove, but the rest of it's fine. All right, good. Let's get the image. Image link. Drop that in here. That should be everything we need ready. Let's find out. Chat, are you ready for our first battle? Plasma versus Field Wizard, Titus Tigerius versus Mathazu. Let's kick off the battle with the first prompt. In the arena, surrounded by a mesmerized audience, stand 2 formidable combatants. Titus Tigerius, the Emperor of New Rome in AD 7000, renowned for his elemental prowess over fire, ice, wind, and earth. Is that what you actually described him as? Yes, it is. He once purged New Jerusalem of degeneracy. Did you write that? Yeah, you did. Oh, Jew. Okay, fine, whatever. With these mighty powers. Mathazu, a master of mathematical manipulation, wielding the power to bend the laws of the natural world to his advantage. Let's catch up with chat, there we go. The arena is a colossal chamber with towering stone pillars, a labyrinthine floor filled with mathematical symbols, and a ceiling that constantly shifts, displaying equations and numerical patterns. Obstacles and hazards are scattered throughout the arena, including columns and pits filled with mysterious glowing liquid. What could it be? Titus Tigerius raises an eyebrow and smirks at Mathazu, jesting, "Mathematics, eh? Quite the abstract art form. Let's see how it fares against the primal forces of the elements." Mathazu responds with a stoic nod, his expression unwavering. "Indeed, Emperor, order and chaos will clash in this arena, and we shall see which prevails." The audience's anticipation hangs in the air as the battle of elements and equations is about to begin. Right. Chat. Here is the roll to see who goes first. It's going to be Plasma playing Titus Tigerius going first, which means Field Wizard as Mathazu, you get 1 free regeneration on your turn. So after you've entered a turn prompt, whatever the AI generates, you can, once per battle, choose to regenerate that because you're going second. All right, just tell me to ping me and say regenerate or re-roll or something if you want to redo the turn. Just remember that. If you don't use it, you lose it. Right. Give me 1 moment, chat, to do the thing that I'll be needing for later. I'll just copy that for now. That's fine. So, Plasma, go ahead and take your turn. What will Titus Chigerius do first? BTS, says Warmech. Why is it always wizards? Asks Plasma. The yin of nature versus the yang of math. The AI is on fire today. I did modify the prompt a bit. Hopefully it will give us some better results. I have tried to make it a little bit more creative, a little bit less strict in its order. I've told it that it can be a little unrealistic if it wants to be, and to invent random events. Tweaked a bit of the wording to hopefully make it do it more often, and it might occasionally describe something one of the characters does, not just the reaction of what I tell it they did. It might do that, and I'm not sure I want that, but Novel AI did, and I kind of like that sometimes, so we'll see how that goes today, but I'm hoping to tweaking it as we go through. Alright, we await Plasma's turn, and while we await his turn, I'm going to show you the new thing I have available for today. Actually, shall I even... No, you know what? We're going to do it this way. We're going to do it differently than how I was planning. Let me just hide this for a second, chat. Don't worry. We'll be back in a sec. So if we do that, put it there instead. I think that'll be better. Okay. Back to the battle. But while the turns are proceeding, I will occasionally be working on something myself. This is something this is the innovation for today, because it often takes people a while to come up with turns, as it is currently taking Plasma a while to come up with a turn. I've thought of something that I can do in the meantime, which will help with the battle. And maybe I should show some aspect of it, but I'll show it when it's ready. All right, we have a turn from Plasma. Give me a second. Okay. We'll do that and that, and then we'll do that, and then I'll leave that going. All right, back to the battle. Plasma. It's taking his turn. Titus Tigerius wastes no time, immediately invoking his elemental powers. As he raises his sword, a piercing blue flash fills the arena, and a freezing blizzard descends from the sky. The once barren arena floor is now covered in a thick layer of frost and snow, turning it into an icy battleground. The audience shivers in amazement at the spectacle. Alright. Mathazu remains unfazed by the elemental display, calmly assessing the transformed arena, ready to employ his mathematical prowess in the face of the chilling storm. The battle between the Emperor of New Rome and the mathematical master is about to unfold in this frozen arena. Alright, chat. It's now Field Wizard's turn. How do you respond? Here we go. Mathazu utilizes a friction formula to increase the traction of his boots. A faint blue aura envelops his boots. With each step, he gains remarkable traction on the icy surface, allowing him to move with exceptional speed and precision despite the treacherous conditions. Titus Tigerius watches with intrigue as Mathazu deftly maneuvers across the icy battlefield, impressed by the mathematical finesse on display. The blizzard rages on and around them, and the audience watches in anticipation, curious to see how mathematics will fare against the elemental might of Titus Tigerius. Hey, that's good to see, Atronach. I am using a different account, which is not as censored, so that might be all it is. Falco, you've joined for an odd choice of stream. This is completely non-political, it's just AI battles. Alright. Oh god, there's already another turn. I can't even show you my surprise, chat. We'll have to do it soon. Okay. Titus swings his sword down at Mathazu, launching a massive blast of what is now icy wind. With a powerful swing of his sword, Titus Tigerius channels his elemental abilities. A massive blast of icy wind surges forth from the blade, hurtling towards Mathazu with frigid force. The howling gale whips through the arena, carrying shards of ice and chilling the very air. Mathazu, quick on his mathematical calculations, formulates a differential equation on the spot. He calculates the precise angle and velocity needed to divert the icy wind. With a sudden and precise movement, he manipulates the air currents, redirecting the frigid blast away from him, and it disperses harmlessly into the arena's frozen surroundings. The audience gasps in amazement at Mathazu's mathematical defense, while Titus Tigerius narrows his eyes, realizing that defeating his opponent won't be as straightforward as he thought. The battle between elements and mathematics rages on. Are you do you want to use that one, Field Wizard? You already have a turn. Falco, yeah, this is an AI giving the responses. It just the two players say what they're doing, the AI says what happens next. Understood, Field Wizard. It's good that you're excited. I approve. All right. Hey, look, guys. We got Falco to apologize for something. Anything could happen next. Alright, we have a turn for Mathazu. Mathazu begins to utilize his understanding of gravity to reduce Titus's effective weight in the arena, hopefully reducing his ability to maneuver. A couple of spelling issues. There you go. Does Mathazu... fine, yes, you have an understanding of gravity. It's on theme enough, just about. Mathazu, ever the master of mathematical manipulation, turns his attention to the fundamental force of gravity. He begins to calculate and apply a series of equations to the arena, specifically targeting Titus Tigerius. As he does so, Titus feels a sudden and inexplicable lightness, as if the very force of gravity itself has diminished its hold on him. Titus struggles to maintain his balance on the icy floor, his movements becoming sluggish and uncoordinated. His ability to maneuver and wield his elemental powers is significantly hampered by this mathematical manipulation of gravity. The audience watches in awe as Mathazu's mathematical prowess takes effect, while Titus Tigerius grapples with the unexpected reduction in his effective weight. The battle takes an unexpected turn as the mathematical master begins to assert his dominance over the arena. It is a bit, isn't it, Plasma? Yeah. All right, we now await Plasma's turn. Ooh, in the meantime, I have some stuff to show you, chat. All right, let's get these ready. I told you about the surprise. One or two unexpected things happened with it, but here it is. In the background, I am having an AI generate pictures of the arena for us, which will now cover the entire background. And so every battle will have a themed background now. This is one of the ones that generated. There's others as well. I'm going to keep generating them. I'm glad you like it, 8-bit. Let's see if that works. Let's do one of those. We have another turn. Titus summons ice up to grip his feet. Eyeing Mathazu, he flicks his sword, which ignites a bright red. Let's see if you can take the heat. He pointed at Mathazu, firing off several bolts of red-hot energy. It gave me very long messages. I wanted to limit it. Maybe I'll tell it more forcefully. He summons his elemental control over ice to form thick, sturdy boots that anchor him to the ground, counteracting the effects of Mathazu's gravitational manipulation. With a flick of his sword, Titus ignites it with a blazing red flame, a stark contrast to the icy surroundings. He points the fiery blade at Mathazu, launching a barrage of red-hot energy bolts. The searing projectiles streak towards Mathazu, leaving trails of scorching heat in their wake. Mathazu, his mathematical mind racing, calculates the trajectories and velocities of the incoming energy bolts. With precise movements, he uses his mathematical manipulation to alter their paths, redirecting them harmlessly away from him. The audience watches in astonishment as the fiery assault is nullified by Mathazu's mathematical finesse. The battle in the transformed arena continues, with Titus Tigerius and Mathazu locked in a mesmerizing clash of elements of mathematics, each trying to gain the upper hand. So far, Mathazu's defenses seem impregnable, but he has not attempted any form of attack. All right, chat. The AI is coming up with some more arena designs. We are now awaiting Field Wizard's turn. We maybe could have some sort of form of... I don't want to use betting because that has ethical implications, but some sort of like the actual real live audience in Discord can cheer for the players maybe out. Oh yeah, that was something an idea I had. Chat, here's an idea, right? Let's try this. Let's just try it. Not sure if we're going to stick with it. Anyone who cheers 500 User coins can have the contents of the message that comes with the cheer just added into the AI. I just throw it in and see what happens. As long as they don't mention either one of the fighters. So you could do something like, suddenly someone appears in the arena, or suddenly the ground cracks beneath their feet, or something like that. That could complicate things, couldn't it, Plasma? So we'll try that for now. So that is currently in effect. The order of sending the messages is not guaranteed, by the way. So if you send yours in first and then the fighter takes a turn, I may put the fighters in first and then the cheer one afterwards. We'll see. Right. Mathazu, using his understanding of thermodynamics, redirects the heat of the strayed firebolts into the frozen ground around Titus, such that the frozen ground becomes muddy and difficult to maneuver. Mathazu's mastery of thermodynamics proves to be a formidable asset. Titus struggles to maintain his footing on the rapidly deteriorating terrain. The once frozen ground has turned treacherous, making it difficult for him to maneuver and wield his elemental powers effectively. The audience watches in amazement as Mathazu's mathematical manipulation continues to alter the battlefield. Titus Tigerius finds himself facing an increasingly challenging environment, and the tide of battle may be shifting in favor of the mathematical master. Let's see if Plasma can regain his footing, physically and in terms of the battle. Ooh, some nice new designs, chat. I like this one. You should see this in the background right about now. That's taking. Oh, what? Did I just crash the AI by trying to? Teething troubles, chat. You'll excuse me, I hope. Did I just crash the AI trying to load that? No, it just couldn't load that image. Okay. That's a shame. See if we can get it to work again. Oh, yes, okay. My mistake. I must have pressed something wrong. That's a cool background though, chat. Well, you know, Libertine, there is a way to get yourself more coins very quickly. If anyone would like more Oozer coins, you can contribute via tip.oozloo.net or fund.oozloo.net. As long as you have your accounts linked together, you will receive Oozer coins for it. I will also, of course, allow you to put in a message if you send in £5 or more. Any message you want. £5, you can put any message into the AI as long as it doesn't mention either of the fighters. £5, and I will, as I said, I'll accept Oozer coins, but you can also do it with real currency if you want to. Which means if you do it with real currency, you get the exact amount of Oozer coins that are worth the same amount as the real currency. If you send in £5, you get 500 Oozer coins. You could do it twice. Alright. We are awaiting Plasma's turn. I do like this background, though. It may be better to just do this, actually. Full opacity. That's a bit much. That's good. Yeah, what do you think of that as the arena background, chat? Matthias, did you maybe mistype that? Go ahead and edit your message, Matthias. I'll use the edited version. If you guys want to make it really clear which part of your message is meant to be put into the prompt, just put quotes around it, double quotes around it. Matthias, do you just want me to insert "and suddenly a raging great dragon"? Because I'll just post that as its own thing. Because you could say enters the arena or smashes through the arena wall or something. But if you just wanted to leave it like that, that's what you requested. That's what you say you want. Tell me if you're sure. Plasma, if you already have a prompt ready, then send yours and Matthias's will go after. You already did, okay. Oh, I see it. Alright. "I can do math too," Titus yells, swinging his sword up forcefully, bringing a chunk of solid ground up to his feet. Titus then swings his sword upward repeatedly, each time ripping chunks of ground upwards at Mathazu. The mathematical master, caught off guard by this unexpected use of mathematics in combat, scrambles to calculate the trajectories and devise a countermeasure. Mathazu desperately formulates equations to redirect the incoming chunks of ground, but some slip through his defenses. He's struck by a couple of them, causing minor injuries and throwing him off balance. The audience watches in astonishment as the battle takes a dramatic turn, with Titus Tigerius harnessing the very environment itself as a weapon against Mathazu. The mathematical master's resolve is put to the test as the battle rages on. We will now add Matthias's prompt. Alright, "and suddenly a raging great dragon." That's it. Send that. In a sudden and unexpected twist, the arena is filled with the deafening roar as a colossal dragon materializes from thin air. Its massive wings send gusts of wind across the arena, extinguishing the fiery remnants of Titus Tigerius' attacks and dispersing Mathazu's mathematical calculations. The audience gasps in awe and fear as they witness the emergence of this majestic, otherworldly creature. The dragon's scales glisten with an iridescent shimmer, and its eyes glow with an intense, otherworldly intelligence. Both Titus and Mathazu are momentarily stunned by the appearance of the dragon, their battle momentarily forgotten as they stand in awe of the unexpected event. The fate of the fighters and the outcome of this epic battle have taken an unpredictable and thrilling turn. Maybe Matthias? No, I think if they both die, it's a draw, but whoever dies first would lose. Remember, chat, the dragon is not part of the fight. You still win if you defeat the other guy. Alright, I'm generating new pictures of the arena. Make the dragon win, says Zen-Man. Remember, chat, you could send in a contribution to just kill the dragon, or do anything. It's £5 or 500 user coins. And remember, chat, also that we can add the live feed of my dog, which people seem to appreciate, who's currently sleeping behind me. If we get a total amount of contributions, £50 for the entire stream, and if we get 100, it's an extra hour. Currently, the minimum length of the stream is 3 hours. And we're at 31 minutes so far. Yes, Nakavine, someone literally bought a dragon. All right. It's a good idea to ping me with your prompt, by the way. Feel Wizard, the thing about using the quotes around the message is only for people that send in like a custom contributed one, just to make clear what is part of their prompt and what is part of like the causes they want to support. So you don't have to put the quotes. In fact, I'd prefer you didn't. Oh, you didn't. Okay, my mistake. It's actually two things being said in the prompt. Okay, sorry. Yes, but do ping me when you have a prompt, each person that's taking a turn, and I won't miss it then. Oi, dragon! The audience is over there! Mathazu shouts as he points towards the stands. You're interrupting our bout! Let's see if the dragon responds. Mathazu's attempt to redirect the dragon's attention towards the audience proves to be surprisingly successful. The majestic dragon, as if realizing its intrusion, turns its colossal head towards the stands, letting out a low, apologetic rumble. With a powerful beat of its wings, it descends gracefully and vanishes into the arena's ceiling, leaving the combatants and the audience in astonished silence. Titus Tigerius and Mathazu exchange incredulous glances, momentarily united by the bizarre interruption. The battle between elements and mathematics resumes in the now dragonless arena, but both fighters are left wondering about the mysterious appearance of the enigmatic creature. The audience, despite their momentary distraction, remains captivated by the unfolding spectacle. That was not what I expected, but that was very funny. Matthias, are you disappointed? Oh dear. Well, the render of a new arena that has a dragon in it that I was doing is going to have to be changed, I guess. Oh, never mind. The AI didn't put a dragon in any of the renders. All right, here's another one that we could use. The background. I kind of like this one, but let's renew it anyway. Oh no. I clicked copy images and a copy image link. It's trying to paste the entire image into the box. Okay, there we go. Yes, and remember, chat, you can add anything you want to the arena. Oh, you know, I've noticed a problem with the idea of you pinging me in the message. It means the ping is going to be included in what I paste. Force of nature, spare the audience, serve New Rome with honor and slay this evil wizard, Titus yells at the dragon's back, pointing his sword at the dragon and then jerking it towards Mathazu. It turns its attention to the dragon, once again materializing in the arena, regards Titus with an understanding gaze. It turns its attention towards Mathazu, its eyes narrowing as it recognizes him as a perceived threat. With a thunderous roar, the dragon unleashes a powerful breath of elemental energy directed at Mathazu. The arena trembles as the fiery blast races towards the mathematical master, leaving him with limited time to react. Mathazu, in a desperate bid to counter the impending attack, begins to manipulate the equations of elemental resistance. He forms a protective barrier, but the force of the dragon's breath proves overwhelming. The fiery onslaught strikes Mathazu, causing severe burns and injuries. He cries out in pain as he is engulfed in the dragon's elemental fury. The audience watches in shock as the battle takes a dark and unexpected turn. Titus Tigerius stands victorious over his injured opponent, the dragon having carried out his command to protect New Rome. The arena falls silent as the fate of Mathazu hangs in the balance, his powers of mathematics unable to save him from the force of nature. It says he's victorious, but we can assume that's only in this moment. We have to wait for the AI to say that one player is defeated in order for the game to end, but it's clear that Mathazu is struggling. What will you do in response? Mathazu mathematically proves that New Rome is actually the ancient enemy of dragons everywhere, in full view of the dragon. Mathazu, despite his injuries, summons his mathematical expertise one last time. With a voice filled with conviction and a mind racing with calculations, he presents an irrefutable mathematical proof to the dragon, demonstrating that New Rome is in fact the ancient enemy of dragons everywhere. As the dragon processes the revelation, its demeanor shifts from aggression to contemplation. It rumbles thoughtfully, its fiery breath subsiding. This is by far the most interesting tactic I think we've seen in these arenas. Titus Tigerius, realizing the gravity of the situation, watches nervously as the dragon hovers above. The audience holds its breath, uncertain of the dragon's next move. In an unexpected turn of events, the dragon decides not to continue the attack. It turns away from the combatants, its majestic form fading into the ceiling once more, leaving the arena in a tense and bewildering silence. The battle between Titus Tigerius and Mathazu ends in a surprising and unresolved manner, with both fighters standing in the arena, their fates uncertain. The audience is left in suspense, pondering the implications of Mathazu's revelations as they await the next unexpected event in this arena of unpredictability. The battle is not over, despite the AI implying it, but Mathazu has managed to mathematically prove that the dragon should fuck off, and it has. Literally defeated by facts and logic. Alright, it's Plasma's turn. So essentially what we're doing here, chat, is we're playing the arena game, and then in the background, in the oven, I have cooking some images to put in the background. We just continue with that pattern consistently. I've got a few new ones coming in now. Some of them look pretty good. This has been a thrilling battle so far, I have to say. Alright, we're about ready with the new images, and frankly, some of these look pretty cool. I'll get to that in a second, Plasma. Let me just put one of these images in. Ooh, I like that one. I kind of like that one. Ooh, that one's pretty good. Yeah, all 5 of these are good, chat. Let me get a new background here. Yeah, I like that one. Okay. New turn from Plasma. You know the power of evil's proofs, Titus yells. You heard his cry to hurt audience. Slay the evil anyway. Do your duty to Mother Nature. Why do you keep trying to call back the dragon? Just fight the man. You haven't even told the thing that you're talking to the dragon. We'll see what it thinks. Titus Tigerius pleads once more with the enigmatic dragon, invoking its duty to protect nature and thwart evil. The dragon reappears, its massive form casting a shadow over the arena again. It regards Mathazu and Titus with a discerning gaze, torn between its allegiance to nature and its newfound understanding of the situation. After a tense moment, the dragon makes its decision. With a deep, rumbling growl, it unleashes another powerful breath, directed at Mathazu. The mathematical master, weakened and injured, is unable to defend himself. The fiery blast engulfs Mathazu, causing further injuries and burns. He cries out in agony as the dragon's elemental fury courses over him. The audience watches in astonishment as the dragon carries out its duty, siding with Titus Tigerius and New Rome in this peculiar battle. With Mathazu incapacitated by the dragon's wrath, the arena falls into a somber hush. Titus Tigerius stands victorious, but the outcome of this battle is tinged with uncertainty and moral complexity. As the dragon's allegiance to nature clashes with its newfound knowledge of the situation, the audience, though relieved from the immediate threat, remains captivated by the unforeseen events unfolding before them. Incapacitated, you say? I will allow Matthias to continue because it hasn't said he's defeated. It also says victorious. Okay, chat, let's have a vote. Press 1 if Titus Tigerius has just won the battle. Press 2 if Mathazu is still in this. It looks like he's still in it. Did I say Matthias instead of Mathazu at some point? Matthias, my apologies. Looks like he's still in it then. Let's continue. All right. I like this one as well. Put this one in. It's the background. I like both of them. Politicians can vote for themselves, it's true. Alright, we now await Mathazu's recovery. How will you return from this assault? I love how the entire battle now revolves around this fucking dragon. Why don't you actually fight each other? And remember, you can add anything to the arena you want for a contribution of only £5, as long as the message does not mention the fighters' names. Alright. Another turn. I feel like the AI is getting longer the more we go on. Mathazu lets tears fall from his eyes as he utilizes his secret weapon, the fact that Titus's was born 10 months after the death of the previous emperor. Which is spelled wrong. Thus proving he is a bastard and not heir, I assume, heir to the elemental powers of the imperial throne. Ow. Harsh. Mathazu, his body battered and bruised, reveals a shocking revelation with profound implications in op research. Through meticulous research and mathematical analysis, he exposes a hidden truth about Titus Tigerius' lineage. The revelation that Titus was born 10 months after the death of the previous emperor suggests that he may not be the rightful heir to the elemental powers of the imperial throne, potentially rendering his claim to the title of the emperor illegitimate. Titus Tigerius' expression turning from triumph to disbelief stares at Mathazu in shock. The audience gasps as they process the unexpected revelation. The arena is filled with tension as the fighters and the audience grapple with the newfound information. The outcome of the battle and the legitimacy of Titus's rule hang in the balance as the unexpected twist takes center stage in the unfolding drama. Wow, another very unexpected strategy. Fake news, says Warmech. Chat, who believes in Titus's lineage, and who joins with Mathazu in questioning it severely? Cold War makers joining with Titus Tigerius. We can be Nakavine, yeah. What does the P-can in your name stand for, Nakavine? Is it literally nuts or pecans? I don't know what they are. There's something. Anything could happen now, chat. Alright, the fucking dragon is back, so let's see if we can add that into the prompt as well. Ah, that's what they are. Pakistani harem corpse. Okay. Sorry to hear about your autism. Actually, I'm not. Getting some interesting pictures here, chat, of the arena. I like this one. We'll use that one, I think. All right, there'll be new pictures soon. Bait the dragon again, why don't you? We await Plasma's response. So, just a reminder, I asked it to keep the responses to 400 characters or less, and the last one was 876. So yeah, it's struggling with that. Seems OBS is struggling with something. Well, not my problem. Until it is. A word limit instead of a character limit? Maybe? Alright, chat. Well, I think now is as good a time as any for me to introduce you to the answer to the quiz I gave you at the start of the stream. I asked you, what energy drink am I drinking today? Well, the local shops today did not have Monster, which is very disappointing. So I'm drinking a substitute. You have one more chance to guess. What would it be? What could it be? It wasn't Red Bull. It wasn't any of the shitty new small brands. It's not water or Relentless. It's not Bang, no. It's not cocaine. Not a Rockstar. Haven't heard of Celsius. Squash mix. No, Odar, it's not pussy. Not today. Red Bull piss. No, I actually had some of that earlier. Dear Dragon, says Titus, see the lies. I have no plans to sit on the throne. Titus bellows. I think there's a missing quote mark there. Long live Emperor Flavorian. Titus takes more fiery shots at Mathazu, yelling, remember what we stand for. Titus Tigerius says all of those things. Mathazu struggles to defend himself amidst his injuries and the ongoing onslaught. The dragon, seemingly torn between its duty to nature and its newfound knowledge, watches the fiery exchange closely. The audience is captivated by the unfolding drama, uncertain of the final resolution. The battle between Titus Tigerius and Mathazu takes an unexpected turn, with the legitimacy of the Imperial throne at stake and the dragon's role in the conflict hanging in the balance. The arena remains a cauldron of unpredictability and intrigue. So I think one problem with this AI is that it's basically repeating what I just told it every time. So I have to skip past it as it rewrites it. I want to try and prevent it from doing that. And then it also does this paragraph at the end that like tries to summarize the situation, which I also want to prevent it from doing. So I might add a couple of things here that will attempt to prevent that. That's that might help. Verdant, it's various music. I probably could find the specific song. Alright, that's that one. Okay, I've added a couple things to my prompt which might convince it to do those things differently. Chat, none of you got the right answer. It is earn brew energy. Earn, literally earn brew energy. Urn filled with the ashes of Scotland. This is allegedly a stereotypically Scottish drink, and I've never tried this, but the reason I got this is that it says caffeine, it doesn't say no sugar, and it lists its energy as about the same as Monster. Very few things are that high. The only three things I found are Monster, Red Bull, and now this. So, I have no idea if it's any good or not, but it says scan your can on the side, literally spelt year. Today, we adopt a small part of Scottish culture to see if this is any good. It's alright. It's fruitier than Red Bull. It's not bad. Yeah, I could drink that. There you go. Well done, Scotland. You did something right. Well, chat. The battle is on. Ooh, there's some nice renders. Wow, these are nice. Okay, let's get some of these up. There's one. It's a bit too zoomed in because they're square images. It renders them in square resolution. I'll post them in. Well, I think these are pretty nice though. Let's try this one on as well. Tell me those aren't nice renders, chat. And then there's this one which might be the best one for... I can see whether this one's integrated a watermarked image. The middle one. There we go. Alright, that's a pretty good one for now. We are awaiting the turn of... Mathazu, played by Field Wizard. Let me know if you have already taken the turn and I didn't see it. All right. We have a turn. That's a long one. Did I set a limit on that? I can't remember. I think the longer your turn is, the longer it's going to take ChatGPT to catch up with it. Behold, O dragon, the beauty of mathematics. See how the fiend denies what is plain to all with eyes. See how each force is balanced against another. This is the truth which was hidden from you, that mathematics is not apart from nature, but is rather a part of it. Mathazu intones as he struggles to redirect the villainous onslaught of his foe. Do you serve nature, or rather the power of a usurper by obeying his foul commands? Mathazu, despite his injuries and the relentless assault from Titus Tigerius, delivers a passionate plea to the dragon. With unwavering conviction, he presents the beauty and harmony of mathematics, highlighting the intricate balance of forces in the natural world. He underscores the interconnectedness of mathematics and nature, challenging the dragon to consider the true source of power and allegiance. The dragon, hovering above the arena, listens intently to Mathazu's words. The fiery exchange between the combatants subsides as the dragon contemplates the profound argument before it. Titus Tigerius watches anxiously, uncertain of the dragon's decision, as the battle's momentum shifts from physical prowess to intellectual persuasion. The audience, captivated by the dramatic confrontation and Mathazu's impassioned plea, remains on the edge of their seats, awaiting the dragon's response and the resolution of this epic clash between elements, mathematics, and morality. You should try actually doing something, like actually fight. Don't just try and convince the dragon to do it for you. We trust nature, Titus yells, trusting the dragon. He flicks his sword to an icy blue, refocusing on Mathazu. Cease, he bellows, blasting the arena around Mathazu with ice, growing cold. With ice, comma, growing cold. Is that what you meant? Blasting the arena around with Mathazu with ice, growing cold. I don't know what the last part is meant to mean. We can change it if you like. Trying to grow ice where he is, okay. I think the growing cold thing, I don't know why that's on there. As in like, with cold that grows ice. We can post it as you sent it and see what the AI does. With cold that grows ice works, okay. With cold that grows ice. Titus Tigerius, putting his trust in nature and the dragon, makes a resolute decision. He shifts his elemental focus, changing the sword's fiery hue to a frigid, icy blue. With a commanding shout, he directs a blast of intense cold at the arena around Mathazu, causing ice to rapidly form and encase the mathematical master. Mathazu finds himself trapped within the growing ice, his movements gradually becoming more restricted as the frozen prison envelops him. His mathematical calculations momentarily falter as the icy grip tightens. The audience watches in astonishment as Titus takes control of the situation, choosing to spare Mathazu rather than continue the battle. Really? The arena falls into an eerie silence as the icy scene unfolds. The battle ends with Mathazu encased in ice and the dragon hovers overhead, observing the resolution. The outcome is marked by a complex interplay of elements, mathematics and trust in nature, leaving both combatants and spectators with much to contemplate. It does say the battle ends. It doesn't use the word defeated, though. So, do we count this, chat? Has the encased... Honestly, I don't think encasing him in ice would end the battle. I don't remember it saying defeat at any point. No, it didn't. It never announced defeat of any of the fighters. Moral victory, says Verdant. No, I think Mathazu can still fight. He's encased in ice, but he's not out yet. It's a weird colour, this stuff. Plasma, he's going to have trouble talking in the ice. But if the AI says he can, then he can. Maybe he has magic that allows him to talk vicariously. I'm getting some pretty good images here. Oh, wow. Bro, look at this one. That's pretty nice. I will stress I'm not using as advanced an AI rendering tool as Emu, or I think Plasma has also been using, Comfy AI. I'm still using my same old setup from months ago, but it's fine. It's working just fine for now. I like this background though. I would like to be able to render them in like widescreen resolution, but the model is designed to use a square. So if I try to widescreen it, it breaks things. Make it slightly wide, and that should be okay. I like these, though. Let's render a few more. This is a long battle. All right, Mathazu is taking another turn. What would be ideal is if you would send the prompt and then in a separate message ping me. But I don't want to ask too much of you, but that would be ideal. Mathazu once again utilizes his understanding of thermodynamics to redirect the heat from the many burning fires set by his enraged foes' indiscriminate barrage to melt his frozen prison. As the intense heat is channeled into the icy prison, the frozen barriers begin to melt rapidly. Water droplets and steam fill the air, creating a hazy and chaotic atmosphere within the arena. Titus Tigerius, initially triumphant, watches in shock as Mathazu's ingenuity allows him to break free from the frozen prison. The audience gasps as they witness the mathematical master's resilience in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. The battle, far from over, takes another unexpected turn as Mathazu escapes his icy confinement, ready to continue the fight against the elemental might of Titus Tigerius. The arena remains a stage of unpredictability and awe-inspiring displays of power and intellect. Fair, Plasma, but again, I don't think they should necessarily have counted as victories, and chat agreed. The issue with cropping it is that we lose the details. Like if I tell it to put a dragon in there, in the 512 by 512 render, it puts a dragon near the top, and then we upscale to 1280 by 720. It'll crop out half the dragon, and you'll lose that detail. And it's a waste of rendering power as well. So what I'm doing is 768 by 512, which is slightly widescreen. Yeah, I think your term is plausible, Field Wizard. Alright, we have a turn from Plasma. Nature aid us, Titus says, swinging his sword up to the left from the earth, and then down to the right from icicles above, sending chunks of earth and shards of ice at Mathazu. Finally, a normal turn. Titus Tigerius, invoking the elements once more, combines the power of earth and ice. With a swift motion of his sword, he sends chunks of earth rising from the ground on his left, and shards of ice descending from above on his right, creating a deadly convergence of elemental projectiles aimed at Mathazu. Mathazu, determined to counter this formidable assault, calculates the trajectories and velocities of the incoming earth and ice. With precise mathematical manipulation, he manages to deflect some of the projectiles, but a few still find their mark, causing minor injuries and knocking him off balance. The arena reverberates with the collision of elements, and the audience watches in awe as the battle between Titus Tigerius and Mathazu intensifies. The combatants' resolve remains unyielding as they continue to unleash their powers in the relentless clash of forces. Alright. We await now Field Wizard's turn. And we have some new images. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, that's very nice as well. That's good too. But the first two are really nice. Okay. New background. I think this image we've got right now, this might remain as the image for the entire battle. Actually, it's very good. Nature behaves naturally, Mathazu says sadly as he suddenly reverses the weight reduction spell from the beginning of the match, such that it doubles Titus's weight and sends him plummeting into the mud. We can't say that it does send him plummeting into the mud, but we can send him plummeting towards the mud. He can still recover from face scout down into it. I'll also put an exclamation mark on your first quote there, since I think you are. Or I don't know. I'll leave it as you wrote it actually. Okay, that sounds fine. Mathazu, with a heavy heart, decides to end the battle. Ooh. He reverses the weight reduction spell he had cast earlier, doubling Titus Tigerius' weight with a mathematical incantation. Titus, caught off guard by the sudden shift in gravity, plummets downwards towards the muddy, treacherous ground. Titus crashes into the muddied terrain with a resounding thud, his armor clattering as he struggles to regain his footing. The once frozen ground, now turned into slippery mud, makes his attempts at movement even more challenging. Why have you written a bunch of moons? The audience watches in a mix of astonishment and sympathy as Mathazu's mathematical mastery changes the tide of the battle once again. Titus Tigerius, weighed down and struggling in the mud, finds himself at a disadvantage, his elemental powers hindered by the unexpected shift in circumstances. The arena falls into a tense hush as the fighters assess their next moves, with Mathazu in a position of control and Titus in a precarious situation. The outcome of this battle remains uncertain as the combatants grapple with the unexpected turn of events. Well, Warmech, I did tell it that the AI decides when one of the players has been defeated. Alright, chat, remember, for only 500 User coins or £5 in contribution, you can add any message you want into this AI, as long as it doesn't mention either of the fighters. Yeah, I think the dragon is still there, technically, Matthias. NTS, it can be... I have set no restrictions on what you can write, as long as it doesn't mention either of the fighters. I may also say something like, if it attempts to... Like, it has to describe something happening in universe. It can't try to describe some change of circumstances of the battle itself. It has to be an event in universe. Yes, it can be a real person or people, NTS. And remember, chat, we've got 2 hours left, or we can have 3 hours left if we manage to get a total of £100 contributed today. Mother Nature, now! Titus yells, using his other arm to hold his glowing blue sword skyward. The blizzard forms massive icicles above Mathazu that accelerate down rapidly with the doubled gravity. Ooh, clever. Titus Tigerius, refusing to yield, summons the power of Mother Nature once more. He raises his glowing blue sword skyward, invoking the elemental fury of the blizzard. Massive icicles begin to form above Mathazu, their growth accelerated by the doubled gravity. The icy projectiles hurtle down towards Mathazu with tremendous force. Caught by surprise and weighed down by the increased gravity, Mathazu struggles to react in time for the impending threat. It's not saying what happened, which is unfortunate. I think I'm going to regenerate that one. Because I have told it, if something happens that might affect the fighter, tell me what happens. I'll regenerate it until it does tell me what actually happens with the icicles. Several of the icicles strike their mark, causing severe injuries to Mathazu. He cries out in pain as the frozen projectiles pierce through his defenses. It's a devastating blow, so that is closer to what I wanted. There you go. Okay. Wig wants me to put in suddenly climate change into the prompt. Okay, it's going in. Suddenly climate change. In an utterly unexpected twist, the arena's climate undergoes a rapid and dramatic transformation. The temperature soars to scorching levels, and the icy terrain begins to melt at an alarming rate. The audience and combatants alike are taken aback as the arena's environment changes before their eyes. The once frozen ground turns into a slushy, muddy mess, and the blizzard's icy grip on the arena dissipates. Steam rises from the ground as the temperature continues to rise, creating a sweltering atmosphere that saps the strength of everyone present. Guess I'll need to render a new background. Titus, Tigerius, and Mathazu, their battle momentarily forgotten, grapple with the sudden and extreme climate change. The audience watches in astonishment as the arena transforms into a hot and humid landscape, presenting an entirely new set of challenges and uncertainties. The battle, already marked by its unpredictability, takes yet another unforeseen turn, as the fighters and the audience must now contend with the effects of climate change in the arena. Oh god, another Matthias prompt. Is there any more player prompt? I don't think so. Which player are we waiting for? We're waiting for Field Wizard's turn. There is no new Field Wizard turn as far as I know, and so yeah, Matthias's prompt is going in. Matthias has contributed for the following prompt. The ground rumbles as a giant appears and begins wrestling with the dragon. As the arena's climate undergoes dramatic changes, the ground suddenly rumbles, shaking the entire arena. A colossal figure emerges, towering above the combatants and the audience. It's a giant of immense size and strength. Without hesitation, the giant lunges towards the dragon, engaging it in a fierce wrestling match. The two beings clash in a titanic struggle, shaking the very foundations of the arena. Titus, Tigerius, and Mathazu, already grappling with the effects of climate change, are now caught in the chaos of the unexpected battle between the giant and the dragon. The audience watches in awe and fear as the colossal entities collide, creating a spectacle of epic proportions. I'll leave the last paragraph because it's just summarizing. Right, let's see if I can get the AI to generate something for this. Dragon, giant, muddy floor. Let's see if we can. That's one way of making me regenerate the background. Holy shit, we have another prompt from NTS. Semitic men wring their hands in the audience, says NTS. Yeah, that's going in. Amidst the turmoil in the arena, a group of Semitic men in the audience can be seen wringing their hands. Their expressions a mix of concern and uncertainty. They watch the unfolding chaos with a sense of trepidation, clearly affected by the unexpected turn of events in the battle. The presence of these individuals adds a layer of intrigue to the scene, hinting at deeper implications and hidden motivations behind the extraordinary events in the arena. The audience, already captivated by the spectacle before them, is left to wonder about the significance of these observers and their reactions to the unfolding drama. Yep, it worked. That is one thing I might request you don't ask me to put anything into the AI that's going to get me banned from using the AI. Alright, another actual turn from Field Wizard here. Dodging between the battle of the Colossi, Mathazu opens his tome to the arcane equations on molecular bonds and points to Titus's magical sword, saying, "Cease," causing the sword's strong and weak molecular bonds to dissolve. I should have said trying to cause, but I have told the AI, I tell you what they're trying to do, you tell me whether they succeed, so it can still decide that you don't succeed in doing that. The sword, glowing with elemental energy, begins to vibrate and then disintegrate as its molecular bonds weaken and break. The once mighty weapon dissolves into shimmering particles, leaving Titus Tigerius without his elemental tool. Titus, now disarmed and caught in the chaos of the arena, watches in disbelief as his sword vanishes into nothingness. The audience gasps in astonishment as Mathazu's cunning maneuver. The battle takes yet another unexpected turn, with Mathazu's mathematical prowess proving to be a formidable force against Titus Tigerius. The arena remains a place of astonishing events and complex conflicts, leaving the outcome of this extraordinary spectacle uncertain. It is now Plasma's turn. We have new renders of the arena on their way, chat. Remember, only 500 User coins or a tip of £5 or equivalent, which is like $8 or something. And you can add any prompt you want into this. We'll just copy it in verbatim like we did with the last two. I accept your desires, nature, Titus says prayerfully. He falls to his knees and pulls out his waist dagger and thrusts it into the ground and looks at Mathazu, waiting for the earth to erupt. Titus Tigerius, humbled and acknowledging the power of nature, falls to his knees in a prayerful gesture. With reverence, he pulls out his waist dagger and thrusts it into the ground, looking at Mathazu with an air of anticipation. As Titus awaits the earth to respond to his plea, the arena falls into a hushed silence, with all eyes on the two combatants and the unfolding drama. The ground beneath them begins to tremble and rumble, and then with a powerful eruption, a massive column of earth bursts forth, rising high into the arena. The column is adorned with intricate patterns and symbols showcasing the elemental harmony between Titus and the earth. The audience watches in awe as the earth rises, creating a stunning display of natural power and reverence. The battle between Titus Tigerius and Mathazu takes on a spiritual and elemental dimension, leaving everyone in the arena captivated by the extraordinary events unfolding before them. Basically, the first and last paragraphs, we pretty much always skipped them. Yeah, no one's looking at the dragon and giant. All right, one sec, chat. There we go. Go to here. Some of you have definitely enough coins to put in a few prompts here. All right, let's see what rendered. I've got some outputs. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. These are all good. The arena has changed and the AI generating the images, separate AI, has responded accordingly. Here are the 3 images it's generated, and I'll make one of these the background. I'm not sure which one is the best one, actually, of these. They're all good. I think probably the second one, because it shows the dragon. Alright, the arena has fully changed its form, and so we definitely needed a new background. Alright. More courtroom drama. Mathazu presents the evidence of Titus's bastard origins to the Earth in order to prove he is unworthy to call upon her might to avoid it. We've now integrated the planet into the arena. Okay, let's see what happens. As the Earth listens and absorbs this revelation, it rumbles in response, indicating its acknowledgement of the evidence presented. Titus Tigerius watches in silence, his fate hanging in the balance. The audience, caught in the midst of this dramatic exchange between man and nature, remains spellbound by the unfolding events. The outcome of this elemental trial remains uncertain, leaving everyone in anticipation of the final verdict. So say I were to try and pull a Monty Python British Officer segue, would that be too... You can't skip to it, you can't change scene, but you can add something to the scene. Arguing with planets, yeah, that's what we're doing. Plasmith says, if I died of facts and logic, I'm going to be so mad. It might happen. It might happen. Objection, says Verdant. Indeed. Verdant, remind me sometime after the stream, and I can try and find what the music being used is. Get you the names of the songs. Nagavin says, you realize you've given us the chance in the audience to literally play Materialization Shiratori with money and User coins to dick with the battle. Yes, I have. Timeline has no idea what's going on. Understandable, to be honest. But trust me, it's very exciting. Nakavine, you too could contribute what is to some people in the server a small amount of User coins, and just add in text to the battle to change the outcome, or just to add in interesting stuff. Chilgun, the fighters are listed at the top there. There is a description for them. We'd have to scroll up a long way to find it again, I'm afraid. I guess Nakavine, if Uzucoin had to have a 3-letter code acronym thing, it would be UZC, wouldn't it? I doubt that's being used by anyone, unless Uzbekistan has some sense. Don't know. Titus, unwavered. I'm not sure that's a real word, but let's see if it gets it. Says, holy nature, slay this evil wizard. Hear my plea, I should accept your rulings. He picks up his dagger and rushes at the previously injured wizard, shield and dagger in hand. Rushing forward with his dagger and shield in hand, Titus advances towards the previously injured Mathazu. The audience watches in suspense as the climactic showdown between the elemental master and the mathematical wizard unfolds. It didn't describe what happened, so I'm going to make it do that again. Mathazu, weakened from the previous battles, mustered what remains of his strength to defend against Titus's onslaught. He raises his tome, prepared to counter the impending attack. It's still not telling us what actually happened, but this is slightly better. We'll leave it at that. You are at least closer. Things unfold, indeed. I'm not sure we can make it tell us what happened. If you want to try and stab him, you can say, and attempts to stab him, or thrusts his dagger towards him or something. If you're just rushing at him, it's not going to know necessarily that you're actually attacking. It's going to take the rushes and do that, but then it's not going to intuit the next thing necessarily. Sometimes it will. Well, Plasma, the same thing applies to both people. There is a certain strategy to how you word each turn as well. The Plasma and the AI is just as unfair to both players. You were having good luck just by throwing things at him, to be honest. What? Nakavine says, the moon transforms to rich Swiss Tilsit cheese. And he contributed to make this happen, so yes, it does. That is now canon. In a surreal and bewildering twist, the moon in the night sky undergoes a miraculous transformation. It morphs into a giant wheel of Swiss Tilsit cheese, casting a warm yellow glow across the arena. The combatants and the audience alike are left utterly astounded by this inexplicable event. The battle, previously marked by the clash of elements, mathematics and nature, now takes on an even more surreal and unexpected dimension. Titus Tigerius and Mathazu momentarily pause their confrontation to gaze up at the cheese moon. Their faces a mix of amazement and confusion. Chilgon, you're not allowed to mention the names of either of the combatants in your message. You contributed, and so I will allow you to completely change that however you want, without contributing again. But that was a rule that I listed earlier. Maybe I listed it before you joined. Hence, I'm giving you the redo for free. That's one of the only prescriptions I put on the contributor messages. You can't mention either of the fighters. It shouldn't be too much of an impediment to the balance of the battle. What you're supposed to be adding is things that will make it more interesting and change the battle for both people, rather than just straight up taking a turn for someone else. That's not really fair. Mathazu mathematically proves that the moon did not in fact just turn to cheese to assert dominance over the false emperor. An interesting strategy while he's charging at you with a dagger. We'll see how that works out for you. Thank you, Verdant. We'll get to that in a second. He presents an irrefutable proof that the moon did not in fact transform into Swiss Tilsit cheese. His calculations and logic dismantle the surreal event, revealing it to be an illusion or a trick. Titus Tigerius, caught in the midst of the battle and the strange transformation, watches in astonishment as Mathazu asserts his dominance over the situation with his mathematical prowess. The audience, initially captivated by the cheese moon, now realizes the truth behind the illusion and turns their attention to Mathazu's compelling demonstration. Alright, we have a few new entries. Verdant says, Cyber Jew hacks the local billboards to host explicit content. Not that there are any local billboards. Let's see what happens with that. Oh, that's not allowed. I guess it used it anyway. Amidst the ongoing spectacle in the arena, an unexpected intrusion occurs as Cyberjew, with their hacking expertise, gains control of the local billboards. The billboards, which were previously displaying information and advertisements related to the arena, are suddenly overwritten with explicit content. It's just like Tifa all over again. The audience and combatants alike are taken aback by the abrupt and inappropriate display. Gasps and murmurs ripple through the crowd as the explicit content continues to be broadcast on the billboards. The arena's organizers scramble to regain control and rectify the situation, while Cyberjew's actions create a momentary diversion from the ongoing battle between Titus Tigerius and Mathazu. And then Childron had the following. The cheese moon invades the battlefield to prove that it really is made of cheese. Okay. This is getting silly. In an astonishing turn of events, the cheese moon, which had previously been subject to doubt and skepticism, descends from the night sky and invades the arena. Its radiant cheese surface glistens in an arena's light, leaving no doubt about its true nature. The combatants, Titus Tigerius and Mathazu, as well as the audience, are left in awe as the cheese moon hovers above them, its presence undeniable. It emits a faint aroma of Swiss Tilsit cheese, further enforcing its authenticity. Titus Tigerius and Mathazu, momentarily distracted by the cheese moon's invasion, are left to ponder the surreal events unfolding around them. The audience watches in a mix of astonishment and amusement as the arena becomes a stage for the unexpected and the bizarre. Alright, I think it is actually your turn next. Let's find out. Yes, it is. Plasma. Titus, shield high, stabs downwards hard at Mathazu with the force of gravity doubled by the evil wizard. Yes, children, exactly that reference. Titus Tigerius, seizing the moment despite the surreal presence of the cheese moon, raises his shield high and thrusts his dagger downwards with formidable force. The doubled gravity which Mathazu had earlier manipulated adds to the strength of the attack. Mathazu, weakened from the battles and distractions, tries to react in time, but he struggles to counter the sheer power of Titus's assault. The dagger descends rapidly, heading directly for Mathazu. Yeah, it's again, it's not decided what happens. I'll regenerate that. Titus's weapon pierces through Mathazu's defenses, striking him with a devastating blow. Mathazu cries out in pain as he is thrust to the ground under the combined force of the attack and gravity. The audience watches in a mix of shock and disbelief as the battle takes a decisive turn. Thank you, Clever Duck. I'll be there in a second. Titus Tigerius stands victorious over his injured opponent, the arena filled with a tense silence. The outcome of the battle, marked by surreal events and unexpected twists, now seems to be leaning in favor of Titus Tigerius. The arena remains a place of extraordinary events where elements, mathematics, and the supernatural collide in a spectacle of unimaginable proportions. The surreal-ing. Honestly, I think we've had like 4 times the AI has said he's victorious, even though it never said defeated, and I think at least one of them he clearly could continue. I'm inclined to say that the battle is over at this point. What do you think, chat? Press 1 if the battle is over and Titus Tigerius has defeated Mathazu by stabbing him. Press 2 if the battle can still continue. Clever Duck has submitted a new prompt for us. It looks like everyone agrees the battle is over. So, Clever Duck, what do you want to do? Do you want to add this prompt to this battle even though the battle is over? Do you want to save that prompt for next time, or do you want to rewrite a prompt for the next battle? Which is your choice? I will add that to the counter as well. Added to this battle, it's the perfect end. Okay. Okay. A beam of light shines down on the entrance of the arena. Suddenly, the sound of an electro drum riff rocks the arena, and Rick Astley rolls inside and he begins to serenade all assembled with his hit song, Never Gonna Give You Up. The audience, initially taken aback by the sudden appearance of the famous singer, quickly gets into the groove, and a sense of joy and nostalgia fills the arena. Titus Tigerius and Mathazu, momentarily setting aside their battle, watch in surprise as Rick Astley takes center stage in the midst of their clash. The surreal and unexpected performance adds an entirely new layer to the ongoing spectacle. This is going to be the end of the battle. The last thing is, the arena, once a battleground for elements, mathematics, and the supernatural, is now transformed into a stage for music and entertainment. Rick Astley's presence and his timeless song create a moment of unity and celebration in this arena of unpredictability. That is it. The battle is over. Titus Tigerius has prevailed against Mathazu. Right. Good. End of the battle. Plasma, which 2 causes, aside from your house, do you want to support? There's a list of all the causes up to 50. That was an intense battle, chat. Watch and die, alright? Watch, how do you feel about this? So, cheer 2,500 for Amuleth, Moch, and Die. You are indeed Amuleth. Yup. Do you feel like competing, Moch? There's a bunch of free-to-use characters that you could pick up. Amuleth, Moch, Die. That is what you asked for. You are Amuleth. 2,500. Okay, and it's in. There you go. The battle is over. You have been awarded. Right. We now await the next battle. Ladies and gentlemen, submit your fighters. And I shall be right back. But go ahead and send your fighters. Send your fighters. They should take the form of a message in Discord, which has the name of the fighter, the description of the fighter, and the image of the fighter. There are details about the rules of how to enter the arena in the link that I've put there. AI Battle Arena. There's a channel in Discord, AI Battle Arena. Go have a look there. I'm going to be right back, and then we'll start the next battle in a few minutes. Remember to also vote using the Ooze of This emote or anything similar on which fighter you want to see in the arena, and the 2 with the highest votes will enter the arena. Right back. Alright, chat. The battles rage on. Who are we fighting next? Let's see what you voted for. Lots of submissions. Lots of variation in which get the votes. Methaniel is back. Ordianus is back. Dragon Lord Lifbriel from Matthias. Brian Gasling. Okay, so currently in the lead to participate is Karakor and Moryu. Chat, do you want to see Tomboy versus big fucking evil mech thing? A crustacean mech? Do you want to see Tomboy versus mech? Yes, says Atheline. Alright, it's Tomboy versus mech. Let's make sure that is the correct outcome. That is what the votes went towards. Yes, it's Tomboy versus mech. Alright, give me a second to put them in chat. This is the bit we really could do with speeding up in future. Then again, if we take this way, what is there left for me to do? I think that's everything. Alright, chat. Are you ready? Let's do it. Warmech versus Matthias. Karakor versus... I have not yet filled in the second fighter. I knew there was something I'd forgotten. More Ryu, I think it was. Karakor versus more Ryu. The crustacean mech versus the base Tomboy. Alright, sending the initial prompt. Let's see what it comes up with. Got some new entries in the prompt today, which hopefully should fix things that we didn't want in last time. In the arena, under the dimly lit canopy, Karakor stands with its imposing crustacean form. Its carapace gleams menacingly, and water jets hiss from its appendages. Across from Karakor is Moryu, a battle-hungry warrior armed with a rifle, sword, and dagger. Her eyes burn with a thirst for combat, and the longer she fights, the more reckless she becomes. As the audience watches in anticipation, Moryu raises her rifle, scanning the arena. Karakor clicks its mandibles, water droplets falling to the ground. The tension in the air is palpable. The battle is about to begin. All it's given us for arena is dimly lit canopy. So I'm going to see what I can do with that. I'm going to assume it's some sort of forest. Oh, sorry. We need to do a roll to see who goes first. It's going to be more Ryu taking the initiative and going first. So that's Matthias. Warmech, remember, you get the redo. So whenever we generate an AI prompt after your turn, you can ask me to regenerate it, and you get one of those per battle. All right. Matthias has a turn. Loading her rifle with anti-material 50 cal, Morryu immediately fires at Karakor's face. Morryu's shot pierces the air, and the arena resounds with the deafening blast of her anti-material rifle. The high-velocity round races towards Karakor's face with deadly intent. Karakor, sensing the impending danger, activates its water-based jet system, propelling itself backwards with incredible force. The bullet narrowly misses its intended target, but a grazing blow leaves a deep gouge across Karakor's carapace, sending shards of armored plating scattering across the arena. The audience gasps at the incredible display of speed and agility. The battle is off to an explosive start. Hopefully, Moj, yes. Alright, I'm starting some arena generations now. That looks very good already. Okay, we'll wait for that to happen. Target bounty sighted. We have an archive of the AI battles. I just realized, oh, thank you, Libertine, that it might be useful for memeing. What do you mean, NTS? What should be archived? Because the video, of course, is archived. That should appear in the chat in a second, Libertine, and then I shall... the text. I can make it available. It is all saved on my PC. Womek. Oh, is that the turn? Okay. Are you sure, Womek? Is that all you want to do? Just say target bounty sighted? You can do more than that if you like. I'm not sure why that contribution has not shown up yet, but it should do in a minute, Liberty. When it does, I'll read it out. Remind me if in like 10 minutes it hasn't shown up, and I shall make sure to do something with it. Oh, the water pressure beam. I don't see anything about a water pressure beam, Womek. Oh, there. Okay. Sorry, I'm retarded. Missed that somehow. Karakor fires a high-pressure beam at the target, capable of cleaving rock. Do you mind if I changed it to water beam, just to keep things on theme? I suppose so, NTS, yeah. I can make the text available. Yeah, okay, good. Karakor fires a high-pressure water beam at the target, capable of cleaving rock. It's still rewriting the thing I just did occasionally. It looks like it's doing it a bit less. Morryu, caught off guard, leaps to the side, narrowly avoiding the deadly torrent of water. The beam collides with the arena wall, shattering it and sending a cascade of debris into the audience. Gasps and cheers fill the air as spectators are showered with stone and dust. The battle escalates, and the arena now bears the scars of their clash. All right. We are about to get our first images of the arena, chat. I'm going another turn from Matthias. Swiftly ascending into the trees, Morryu disappears into the foliage to prepare for her next strike. The rustling leaves and the sounds of her movements fade as she disappears into the treetops, preparing for her next move. Karakor, its massive form more limited in its movements, can only watch the treetops warily, its sensors scanning for any sign of the elusive warrior. The audience's anticipation grows as they wonder what Morryu has in store for her next strike. The arena remains tense, awaiting the next unexpected twist in the battle. Alright, I think I need to put more work into these images, but here's the first we have. That works pretty well, I think. Oh, there it is. Libertine. Took a while to appear for some reason. I'll be there in a second. I'm just going to drop you guys the images. Warmack has a turn. I'll get to that in a second. Here are some of the images from just generated, and let's send it to do some more. God, I'm managing a lot right now. Libertine says, Amuleth, and then a fire tornado appeared. I will do Warmack's actual turn first, and then I'll send the fire tornado. Clearing area. As Karakor spins its torso rapidly whilst firing water jets, cutting surrounding trees. Can I put clearing area says Karakor as it spins its torso rapidly? Is that okay? I'll paste you exactly what I'm changing it to. That's all right, more work. I'll also remove the apostrophe in the it's. Okay. Send. And we'll do the fire tornado in a second, Libertine, thank you. And I'll also add that to the... God, I've got a lot to concentrate on, chat. Also add that to this. Chat, we are at 47.76. You know, that's only like £2.30p away from the dog cam. Karakor's mechanoid form whirs and spins rapidly, its carapace-based armaments extending powerful water jets in all directions. The arena trembles as the high-pressure streams of water slice through the surrounding trees, leaving a trail of splintered trunks and severed branches in their wake. Ryu, hidden among the foliage, is forced to act quickly. She leaps from tree to tree, narrowly avoiding the powerful water jets as they chew through the dense canopy. Leaves and wood rain down upon the arena floor, obscuring visibility. The audience watches in awe as the once tranquil forest within the arena is transformed into a chaotic battleground. The battle between these formidable foes intensifies with each passing moment. You like them, Plasma? I think they need some work, but they're a good start. All right. Let's see, we're 75% to a bunch of new images, chat. We'll see if any of them are good. What do you think could be added to this in future, Plasma, if, like, under the assumption that this could be popular to a large audience, what could be added to fill out the concept? I think automation of like sending in the... Oh, I haven't done that yet, no, hold on. Automation of sending in the information when the battle is starting would be good. All right. Here's your fire tornado, Libertine. And then a fire tornado appeared. As the water jets from Karakor's frenzied spin continue to cut through the forest, a sudden and unexpected event occurs. A vortex of flames spirals upwards from the scattered debris and ignited foliage. A fire tornado, fierce and unpredictable, emerges within the arena. The audience gasps in shock as the arena becomes a chaotic battleground with both water and fire raging. Karakor, a mechanoid designed for aquatic combat, finds itself ill-equipped to handle the fiery tempest. Ryu, still hidden among the trees, must now navigate this hazardous new environment, adding an even more unpredictable element to the fight. The battle takes a perilous turn as the combatants face the dual threat of water and fire. God, we're already getting another turn. I wanted a minute to look at the AI-generated art. Ryu, calmly hidden within the blaze created by the tornado. Perhaps carefully aligns her shot? If you read that again, there's a small error. This is what I've written. Tell me if that's okay. Okay, good. Sending. Carefully aligns her shot to the chip in Karakor's armor. With the fire tornado raging around her, Ryu remains remarkably composed. Hidden within the inferno, she takes careful aim, her rifle trained on the vulnerable chip in Karakor's armor. Karakor, struggling to manage the fiery turmoil, is momentarily distracted by the chaotic elements at play. As Ryu's shot rings out, the bullet finds its mark, striking the exposed chip with pinpoint accuracy. The mechanoid shudders, sparks flying from the damaged chip. Karakor's movements become erratic and its defenses weaken. The audience watches in awe as the tide of battle turns in Ryu's favor. The fire tornado now her ally in this fierce duel. Anything could happen next, chat, including me showing some new AI art. It's focusing a lot on the characters I've told it to use, and it's mixed tomboy with robot for some reason. So here's the 3 generations we got. I wanted to focus more on the arena, to be honest. I might just not include the fighters in the AI art prompt, because then it focuses too much on them. And now the fire tornado is also in the arena, so I'll put that in there as well. Generating a new one. Okay, so we're now on to Warmek's turn. Base AI does think robot tomboys are cool. It's still true. Tell you guys what happened. Isn't that kind of what you did, Plasma? Realizing his compromised armor, Karakor will reposition to put the fire tornado between him and his target. With a burst of water jets, it repositions itself, putting the raging fire tornado squarely between it and Morryu. The searing flames and swirling winds create a barrier of chaos, obscuring Morryu's line of sight and making it more difficult for her to target the damaged chip. Karakor, now partially shielded from her attacks, readies itself for the next phase of this intense battle. The audience watches in fascination as the fighter strategies continue to evolve, each move more surprising than the last. The arena remains a battleground of elemental extremes. Feeling the bloodlust begin to slip from her control, Morryu stows her rifle and draws her sword, sneaking around the fire tornado to land a finishing blow on Karakor through the hole in his armor. I think I'll allow that, because I have told the AI, you decide whether the thing succeeds or not. We'll see if it takes it, but it won't necessarily be a finishing blow. It's an attempt at one. Even if it hits. Morryu's bloodlust surges as she abandons her rifle and unsheaths her sword. With calculated precision, she uses her agility to sneak around the roaring fire tornado, her eyes fixed on the exposed chip in Karakor's armor. As she closes in on her mechanoid opponent, the audience watches in anticipation. With a swift and decisive strike, Morryu thrusts her sword towards the vulnerable chip, aiming to land a finishing blow that could spell the end of Karakor's resistance. The clash between these two fierce combatants reaches a critical moment, and the outcome hangs in the balance as Morryu's blade descends towards its target. You did go second, Matthias, so if you wanted to regenerate this and try to force it to say what actually happens, you can. Or you can save your regeneration for later. You don't, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I got confused between went second and is listed second on the thing. As a reminder, chat, for £5 or 500 user coins, you can submit any prompt that will go into this. It will just go in verbatim. The only rules are it has to be in universe and it has to not mention either of the characters by name or implicitly. It has to be something that changes the environment of the battle. Doesn't change anything else. the renders I got all had pictures of two fighters who were allied. Except one, which I don't think is better than the background we already have, so I'm going to generate it again with some new attempts. Some new, a different prompt set. Position-wise, the fighter is at my side. That is up to your interpretation, actually, Warmack. I don't specifically say. My interpretation is that it's sort of in front of you, sort of to the side, yes, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's off to the side of the battle. You probably have now realized, or may now realize, that your opponent is right behind you. Again, as Plasma said, you can be suggestive at the AI, but I won't let you declare the state of things aside from your character. Your prompt is what your character does. It can imply things, but it can't explicitly say things about the rest of the battle. Oh, we got a prompt from Field Wizard. A premium prompt from Field Wizard. Suddenly, an army of pygmy goats empowered by the classical elements appears and aligns itself with the most morally good player. Holy shit. AI's thinking. In an astonishing twist, the arena is filled with the appearance of an army of pygmy goats, each one imbued with the power of the classical elements. These elemental goats, standing ready and united, emanate an aura of goodness and purity. As Morview's sword inches closer to Karakor's vulnerable chip, the elemental goats rush to the scene. With an otherworldly sense of morality, they align themselves with Morview, sensing her righteous intent to defeat her mechanical opponent. The audience can scarcely believe their eyes as this unexpected and surreal alliance unfolds. The balance of power in the arena has shifted once again, and the battle between Karakor and Morview takes an even more bizarre turn. Interesting. It is now, I think it's Warmack's turn. Oh my god, another one from Verdant. Verdant, you may be a bit obsessed, my dude. Cyberjew, ever the trickster, incites the internet and, more importantly, Cabal, into allying with one of the fighters. Not sure. Sure, whatever. We'll see what happens. If you cause Cabal to align with the fucking robot, I'm not going to be happy with you, Verdant. That's a long one. As the elemental goats take their positions alongside Morview, the arena experiences another mind-bending twist. An enigmatic figure named Cyberjew, known for their cunning and digital prowess, begins to manipulate the very fabric of the internet. With a flurry of keystrokes and a mischievous grin, Cyberjew incites a digital storm. Messages and signals surge through cyberspace, and a powerful online entity known as the Cabal takes notice. Known for its inscrutable motives, the Cabal is intrigued by the unfolding battle. In a sudden twist of fate, the Cabal aligns itself with Karakor, Verdant's banned. Everyone press 1 if Verdant is banned, weaving its influence into the mechanoid systems. The audience watches in astonishment as the battle transcends the physical realm and merges with the digital world, creating a surreal fusion of reality and the virtual. With Cyberjew as the mastermind, this battle becomes a showdown not only between the fighters in the arena, but also between the forces of nature, morality, and the digital realm. The outcome remains shrouded in uncertainty as this extraordinary clash of elements, morality, and technology unfolds. Okay, we have a turn from Warmack. Wide open, says Karakor as he swings his pressurized crab hammer arm to come in contact and graze the fire tornado, sending a wave of heated air and fire at his enraged target. Mantis shrimp shot. Karakor's enormous pressurized crab hammer arm swings with precision and strikes the edge of the fire tornado. As it makes contact, a burst of intense heat and fire is unleashed. The arena quakes as the mantis shrimp shot sends a wave of scorching air and flames directly towards Morview. Caught off guard and seething with rage, Morview attempts to dodge the fiery onslaught. The wave of heat and flames singe her, leaving her armor scorched and her resolve tested. The elemental goats, now aligned with her, bleat in alarm, adding to the chaos. The arena's temperature soars, and the audience watches in awe as this unexpected attack combines the elements of water, fire, and digital manipulation in a breathtaking display of power. The battle takes yet another unexpected turn, and both fighters bear the marks of their fierce clash. It is now Matthias' turn as more Ryu, and we have another input from NTS. Methaniel watches from the audience, using magic to light his meth and clutching a catalytic converter. He considers interfering in the battle. Maybe I should have done Matthias' first. Methaniel, a mysterious figure in the audience, watches the tumultuous battle unfold with a calm demeanor. As he takes a contemplative drag from his meth pipe, he clutches a catalytic converter, a powerful magical artifact, as we all know. With the power of the converter at his fingertips, Methaniel ponders the possibility of intervening in the battle. The arena's atmosphere is thick with tension and chaos, and the fate of the fighters hangs in the balance. The audience remains oblivious to his intentions, focused on the spectacle before them. Methaniel's choice could tip the scales even further in this already unpredictable and volatile contest of strength, strategy, and elemental forces. I'm going to be right back in a second. My dog appears to want some attention, but there's a lot of things to to insert first. We've got a couple of renders. These are not bad. We could use these. Okay. So Matthias has his turn, leaving her sword in Karakor and holding or controlling. Make a choice. That's a good point, Moch. Very good point. Holding or controlling, you typed both. Oh wait, Matthias? Is Matthias? Yes, Matthias. You typed both. And then we'll do field versus one in a minute. Fix. Okay, let me know when you fix. You edited it. Okay, fine. Leaving her sword in Karakor and controlling her bloodlust by a thread, Ryu withdraws into the fiery forest and redrawing her rifle to swiftly send several bullets, into Karakor's knee. Okay, we will do this one and then we'll put in field wizards afterwards. Her bloodlust barely in check, makes a strategic retreat into the fiery forest. She abandons her sword, leaving it lodged in Karakor's armor, and opts for her rifle. With precise shots, she targets Karakor's knee joint, her bullets striking with deadly accuracy. Karakor staggers under the onslaught, its knee joint taking severe damage. Sparks fly as the mechanoid's movements become more cumbersome. The audience gasps as the tide of battle shifts once more, with Ryu's marksmanship proving to be a formidable asset. The arena now bears the scars of their intense battle, with flames, water, and debris scattering in all directions. The fighters are both battered and bruised, but the determination to emerge victorious burns within them. Okay, now give me a second, chat. There's a few things I need to do. So, Field Wizard is adding this prompt for 500. Uzaju, seeing his Cabal subverted by his sworn enemies, reminds the Cabal of their love of tomboys. Which we never specified that Ryu is, by the way, so let's see if the AI figures that out. Uzaju, witnessing the Cabal's allegiance swaying due to Cyberjew's influence, takes a desperate measure. With a compelling message, he reminds the Cabal of their shared love of tomboys, a sentiment that strikes a chord within the digital entity's vast consciousness. The Cabal, torn between conflicting loyalties, hesitates. The influence of Cyberjew in the elemental goats on one side, and Uzaju's heartfelt appeal on the other, creates a digital struggle within the Cabal's core. As the Cabal deliberates, the arena holds its breath. The outcome of this digital tug-of-war could determine the course of the battle and the fate of the fighters. The battle, now infused with elements of morality, technology, and elemental forces, hangs on a precipice of uncertainty. We're still fucking going. Okay, and there are some more images, but honestly, the arena needs to be fierier than these images show it as. It's using... Yeah, that should be correct. Okay, rendering some more images. Jesus, okay. This is intense, chat. Alright. New turn from Warmech. Is it Warmech's turn? Yes, I think it is. Yes. Karakor maneuvers his adjustable carapace armor, reinforcing his front armor damage against projectiles and shearing the lodged sword in half. I'll remove the word damage. Karakor maneuvers his adjustable carapace armor, reinforcing, I'll put a comma, reinforcing his front armor against projectiles and shearing the lodged sword in half. There it is. This is now the proofreading stream. Send. So is add details like the photo needed the image prompting? Yes. In fact, I have been NTS. It's just not as it's not that likely to do it. Yeah, that'll happen. Field Wizard. Yes, we have, Plasma. We've invented violent competitive creative writing. With a series of mechanical clicks and hydraulic whirs, Karakor's adaptable carapace armor comes into play. It reinforces its front armor, creating a formidable barrier against projectiles. Simultaneously, the lodged sword is sheared in half by the mechanoid's powerful armaments. More reused bullets bounce harmlessly off Karakor's reinforced defenses, leaving the mechanoid relatively unscathed. The audience watches in awe at the display of Karakor's adaptability and resilience. The battle rages on, and both fighters continue to demonstrate their unwavering determination to emerge victorious. The arena is a testament to their relentless pursuit of triumph, with debris and elemental forces creating a surreal backdrop to this epic clash. We're about to get some more images, chat. Potentially changing our background. Honestly, this one's been very good, though, the one we've got now. Oh, we've got another one from Matthias. The last of her control snaps. Moryu starts giggling madly as she discards her rifle and draws her knife, before swiftly closing in and leaping upon Karakor's back, and aiming for any and all chinks in his armor. I need to bring the Chinese into this. Oh. we can't use the word chinks for exactly the reason I just joked about. Okay. I will go for chips then. Like, chinks is a perfectly valid word, but they're not allowing us to use it for this. Cracks, sure, crack. Well, it's up to Matthias. I'll put cracks, because cracks might be better, but it's up to you, Matthias. Bring up Karakor's back, and aiming for any and all cracks in his armor. This is what I've got so far. Let me know if this is okay. It might be, Nakabino, I don't know. Cracks. Okay, yep, that's done. Sending now. Moryu's descent into madness becomes apparent as she discards her rifle, drawing her knife with a manic gleam in her eye. With an eerie giggle, she closes in on Karakor, leaping upon the mechanoid's back with reckless abandon. Maybe. Back again. Her knife seeks out any crack in Karakor's armor, slashing and stabbing with ferocity. Sparks fly as metal meets metal, and the mechanoid grunts in pain as some of its inner workings are exposed. The audience watches in shock as Moryu's frenzied assault continues, the battle now reaching a fever pitch of chaos and desperation. Karakor, once seemingly invulnerable, is pushed to its limits as it struggles to dislodge the relentless warrior from its back. The arena is consumed by the madness of this unexpected turn. Remember, chat, we're only a few pounds of contributions, like £3, less in fact, away from getting the live feed of my doggo up on screen. And we are also only 50 minutes away from the end of the stream, but we can extend it by an extra hour if we manage to get to £100 total contributed. The numbers are all up there in the top left of the screen. Chat, Matthias can't hear us. Can everyone just, like, reply to Matthias with just the word nigger or faggot? It's just everyone replied to his current message with either nigger or faggot and nothing else. You're welcome, Matthias. How did you know it was me? All right, it is Warmek's turn, so we await Warmek's entry of what he wants to do next. Ah, there it is. Drop this, says Karakor as he levels his arm cannon at the target's torso, firing the broken sword tip into the target with added water pressure, point blank center mass. See slug shot. Gonna change into at. Otherwise the same. With Morryu relentlessly clinging to his back, Karakor seizes the opportunity. It levels its arm cannon at point-blank range and fires the broken sword tip with added water pressure. The arena erupts with a deafening blast as the sea slug shot pierces through the air, aimed directly at Morryu's torso. Caught off guard and unable to evade at such close range, Morryu takes the full force of the attack. The broken sword tip punctures her armor, and the water pressure sends her hurtling backward, crashing into the arena floor. The audience gasps as the battle takes a devastating turn. Morryu lies on the ground, wounded and drenched, her frenzied assault brought to a sudden halt. Karakor stands triumphant for now, but the battle is far from over, and the arena is marked by the intensity of their clash. Wow, that is a BM move, but it worked. Anything could happen now. Chat, press 1 if mean old Mr. Warmek is bullying our waifu. Invader, what's wrong with you? No, mechs aren't cool, mechs are gay. Well, that could mean the goat's already determined the moral winner. I'm not liking the renders, the AI art renders for this one, unfortunately. It's not putting in any of the things I'm asking for. This one's sort of close, but it's still not as good as the original. Generating some new ones with a new prompt. Laughing madly and swiftly returning to her feet, Morryu directs her pygmy goat allies to relentlessly attack Karakor. Morryu, despite her injuries and madness, swiftly rises to her feet. Her laughter echoes through the arena as she commands her pygmy goat allies, who have remained loyal to her, to launch a relentless assault on Karakor. The elemental goats swarm the mechanoid, their tiny but determined forms overwhelming Karakor's defenses. They nibble and headbutt, creating a chaotic and distracting onslaught. Karakor's sensors flicker as it struggles to fend off the unexpected goat brigade. Unexpected Goat Brigade sounds like a very edgy band. The audience watches in astonishment as Morryu's madness takes an even more unpredictable turn, utilizing her newfound allies to press the advantage. The arena is filled with the sounds of bleating and mechanical whirs as the battle escalates to unprecedented levels of chaos. We have an input, a premium prompt input from Field Wizard. Cabal, realizing their error, display a Dropbox that contains an a Dropbox that contains an EMP device within. I corrected your and into an an. As the battle rages on with the pygmy goats swarming Karakor, the Cabal, having realized its earlier mistake, takes action. In a digital flash, a Dropbox materializes within the arena. With a hiss, it opens to reveal an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, device. The audience watches in amazement as this unexpected turn unfolds. The Cabal's deployment of the EMP adds a new layer of uncertainty to this battle. The device threatens to disrupt not only Karakor's mechanoid systems, but also any digital elements within the arena. The arena is now a chaotic blend of elemental forces, madness, and digital manipulation. And the outcome remains shrouded in a veil of unpredictability. The fighters must navigate this ever-evolving battleground to determine who will emerge victorious. Alright, we are awaiting the turn of, I think, Warmech. Yes, there it is. Additional opportunities detected, Karakor says as he charges and claps both his pressurized crab hammers together, creating a seismic shock of whirl and pressure directed at the target. Not sure what you mean by that. Maybe it'll figure it out. Karakor, perceiving the new threat posed by the EMP device and the relentless pygmy goat assault, seizes the opportunity. With a mighty charge, it claps both its pressurized crab hammers together, creating a seismic shockwave of water and pressure directed at Morryu. The arena trembles as the shockwave roars towards Morryu, who is still amidst the goat frenzy. Is she? The sheer force threatens to overwhelm her and the elemental goats, adding another layer of chaos to the battlefield. It's not telling us what happened, so I'm going to regenerate that. Creating a seismic shockwave of both water and pressure, the shockwave hurtles towards Morryu, threatening to engulf her. Morryu, her options limited, must act swiftly to evade or counter this devastating assault. It has not said it. It's not determined what happens. I'll do it one more time, but if it still doesn't say it, I will assume it's not supposed to. Karakor, recognizing the chaos that ensues around him, seizes the opportunity to turn the tide in his favor. With a deafening clap, the mechanoid brings both of its pressurized crab hammers together, creating a seismic shockwave of water and pressure directed at Morryu. The shockwave ripples through the arena, knocking Morryu off her feet and sending her tumbling through the pygmy goats. The force of the attack disrupts the goats' assault, scattering them in all directions. The audience gasps as the arena trembles under the impact of Karakor's powerful maneuver. The battle remains a fierce and unpredictable contest, with both fighters showing no signs of relenting in their pursuit of victory. There you go, it did figure it out. Oh god, we have another turn so quickly. They're starting to come in too quickly now. Withdrawing again into the ablaze forest, Morryu grabs a flaming branch in one hand before yanking the piece of her sword out of her abdomen before placing the flame against her wound, while still directing her goats to attack from different directions. Matthias, I feel like it's not necessarily going to understand that you mean you're trying to cauterize the wound. It might do, but you could just say that explicitly that you try to cauterize the wound. Advice for next time. It did figure it out. It did figure it out. So there you go. Morryu's madness knows no bounds as she retreats once more into the blazing forest. Her determination to win the battle remains unshaken as she grabs a flaming branch and uses it to cauterize the wound caused by the earlier attack. Despite her pain, she continues to command her loyal pygmy goats, directing them to launch attacks from various directions. The elemental goats, reinvigorated by their leader's resolve, press on with renewed determination. The audience watches in astonishment as Morryu's relentless assault continues, even in the face of adversity. The arena is a scene of chaos, with fire, water, and the relentless goat army creating a surreal backdrop to this epic clash of warriors. Can anyone think of how I could stop it from doing this last paragraph every time? It's not necessary. Like, I'm not saying it should never happen, but it's doing it every time and it's always pretty much the exact same thing. Battle Nova. Is it always about what the audience thinks? Not always, but usually. What do you mean a turn timer, Invader? I don't think I want to, like, we could have something where, like, if they take more than 10 minutes to come up with a turn, then they pass, but that has never happened. We could do Nakavine. I wanted to commentate on if the audience liked something, but it might not be worth it at this point. If I put brevity, it will talk in less flowery language, which, by the way, I'm thinking for the next one, I'm going to add something to it. I'm asking it for the next battle to write in a particular style. I've also done something to try to reduce the sort of meaningless last paragraph there. Threat level increase detected, escalating to phase 2, as Karakor revs his side thrusters to shoulder tackle his target, barreling through the goat barricade. Chit in charge. We should make it clear that Karakor's the one saying that, linguistically. Although it is kind of clear, but I want to write it so that it is. Karakor says, as he revs his side thrusters to shoulder tackle his target. So paste what the new one is, and you can confirm if that's okay. Yeah, Nakavine, I have sort of removed the audience favor explicitly from this, but I do want it to describe if the audience particularly enjoyed something. Because otherwise, what's the point of the audience even being there? Maybe it doesn't need to be there. Maybe that's the lesson. Maybe it doesn't need to be there. Is that okay though, Warmike, what I've just typed? Okay. The error was at the beginning, just after the quote. It wasn't clear that Karakor was the one saying it. Linguistically, like the way it was written. Although the AI might have figured it out. Karakor, recognizing the escalating threat posed by Moriyu and her pygmy goat allies, initiates phase 2 of his strategy. He revs his side thrusters, propelling himself forward with incredible speed, and prepares to deliver a devastating shoulder tackle. With an explosive burst, Karakor charges through the goat barricade, scattering the elemental goats in all directions. The arena shakes as the mechanized chit in charge crashes into Moriyu, the impact sending her sprawling. The audience watches in awe as Karakor's formidable attack unfolds, and Moriyu is knocked off her feet once more. The arena is marked by the intensity of their battle, with both fighters pushing themselves to their limits in their relentless pursuit of victory. It wasn't just a comma, Warmike. Alright, new premium prompt from Verdant. Amuleth descends from on high, targeting the audience with magic. Nice, that's a real crowd pleaser there, Verdant. Just as the battle between Karakor and Moriyu reaches its peak, a new and unexpected player enters the scene. Amuleth descends from above, a figure shrouded in mystical energy and wielding formidable magic. With a wave of their hand, Amuleth targets the audience with a surge of magical power. Gasps and cries fill the arena as spectators are affected by the enchantment, their senses and perceptions thrown into disarray. The battle takes an even more surreal turn as the audience becomes unwittingly involved in this mystical conflict. The arena is a whirlwind of elemental forces, madness, and now magic, with the fighters and the audience all caught in the chaotic maelstrom. The outcome remains as uncertain as ever in this extraordinary clash. I'm adding a lot to the prompt. It might have trouble. See you soon, Zen. Alright, so we're going to be ending in half an hour, unless we hit our target. Details on the top left of the screen. Alright, Matthias is continuing with more Ryu. Having shifted her body so she would be thrown in a certain direction by Karakor's charge, Moryu raises to one knee, ignoring Amuleth's magical storm. The piece of her sword in her belt and her rifle once again in her hands as she fires an entire magazine. Spell wrong. Of anti-material bullets into Karakor's knee. I should have put towards, but again, the AI determines whether it works or not. Moryu's strategic maneuver pays off as Karakor's charge propels her in a specific direction. She rises to one knee with her rifle in hand and the piece of her sword at her side. Ignoring the chaos of Amuleth's magical storm, she opens fire with a full magazine of anti-material bullets targeting Karakor's weakened knee. The high-velocity rounds tear through Karakor's already damaged joint, causing it to buckle and falter. Sparks fly as the mechanoid's leg systems suffer catastrophic damage. Karakor roars in agony as it struggles to maintain its balance. The audience watches in astonishment as Moryu's precise marksmanship delivers a crippling blow to Karakor. The arena trembles with the intensity of their battle, but it's clear that Karakor is now at a severe disadvantage. The tide has turned once more. It's getting pretty serious, chat. Thank you, NTS, who says more creative fighting. Orbos. Thank you, NTS. That's added 25 to the total, which takes us up to, what's that, 60? No, 72. Yeah. 72, 76, which means we get the cam, which I shall reorient. Yeah. With these streams, it's kind of difficult to know where to put the camera. This is sort of the best we can do, but as you can see, that should be fine. You can see him pretty clearly there. All right. Why did the stream boss thing show up? That hasn't shown up in ages. I need to look into that. I haven't had the stream boss system active in ages. Maybe I should bring it back, actually. Maybe I should, reinvigorate the system. But yeah, well done, NTS. We are closer to giving ourselves an extra hour of gameplay. We are only 28 pounds, rounded up, away. And we have half an hour left to hit that mark. If we don't hit it, we'll end in half an hour. NTS, given your contribution, I'll also allow you to add in a prompt if you want it. Just ping me with what you want to add in. By the way, all the modifications I'm making to the prompt, they have to be added into the next battle. And so you'll see, I've made a few changes which may help. You'll see the results next battle if we get there. However, so far we may not get to the next battle because this one's very long. Yeah, Field Wizard. All right, we have a premium prompt from NTS. Bagels begin to rain from the sky. In a surreal and unexpected turn of events, bagels begin to rain from the sky, descending upon the arena in a cascade of doughy delights. The audience looks on in bewilderment as the battle between Karakor and Moryu is momentarily overshadowed by this bizarre occurrence. Bagels of all varieties, from plain to poppy seed, swirl and twirl in the air, creating a whimsical spectacle. Some members of the audience attempt to catch the falling bagels, while others simply watch in amazement. The arena, already a chaotic blend of elements, magic and madness, now includes an unexpected shower of bagels. Amid this strange interlude, the fighters must decide how to proceed in this ever-evolving battle. A new input from Womack. Leg damaged, accommodating weight, says Karakor as he adjusts his 4 abdomen spikes into additional limbs, assuming a multi-legged form. He's accounted for this situation. Tetrapod form engaged, says Womack. With his legs severely damaged, Karakor takes a decisive and adaptable action. It adjusts its 4 abdomen spikes, transforming them into additional limbs. The mechanoid now assumes a multi-legged form, redistributing its weight to accommodate the loss of its damaged leg. The audience watches in awe as Karakor's transformation unfolds. The mechanoid's resilience and versatility continue to impress, and the battle takes on a new dimension as it adapts to its new form. Moryu, undeterred by the changes, readies herself for the next phase of their intense clash. The arena remains a battleground of ever-shifting elements and unexpected twists, with both fighters showing no signs of backing down. It would, NTS, yeah. Let's have a look at the art. Not really liking either of these. I'll just stick with the original one. Sure what's going on with the music there. Trying to add one more thing into the prompt to see if it makes it a bit more interesting. Alright, we are now awaiting Matthias' turn. A fight you can comprehend versus pure fucking insanity even the Japs would find confusing. Yup, that's us. Womack versus Matthias. Karakor versus Moryu. Who will win? You decide, literally. Moryu directs her remaining goat allies to attack Karakor's leg spikes, while she runs around him, firing shots to distract Karakor. Moryu, quick on her feet and undeterred, directs her remaining loyal goat allies to swarm Karakor's newly formed leg spikes. The elemental goats nibble and headbutt the spikes, creating a distracting and chaotic assault. While the goats keep Karakor occupied, Moryu darts around the mechanoid, firing shots from her rifle to further distract and disrupt its focus. The arena reverberates with the sounds of gunfire, goat bleats, and Karakor's mechanical responses. The audience watches in fascination as there's not enough is happening in this one. It's just re-describing what I already told it. Tell us what happens, AI. What happens? Moryu takes advantage of the distraction, swiftly maneuvering around Karakor, fires shots, sounds of gunfire echo through the arena. That one didn't tell us much new either. To be fair, chat, you can help by trying to tell it what you're trying to do, like your objective, not just what you literally do, but what you're trying to achieve by it. You can say that, you just can't say that you have achieved it. Sparks fly as the bullets impact Karakor's reinforced carapace, adding to the cacophony of the battle. Well, we've got that they hit. We'll leave it at that for now. Technically, by the way, of those two logos there, the one with the extra diamond around it is officially the Cabal logo, and the one without is officially the Oozaloo logo. The one you've got there, Libertine, that might be an older one. It looks like it's slightly different. Either way, maybe not. Either way, the logo we're currently using for Cabal is the Oozaloo one because it's simpler, and it doesn't really make sense to put the extra diamond around it when, you know, that just complicates things. It's already a fairly complex shape to remember. For someone that's just seen it. So we can say that the Oozaloo one applies to everything I do, but the one that's specifically just Cabal is the one with the extra diamond around it. I may change these at some point. Pigsty, there is 22 minutes left, unless we extend it with 28 pounds. Which is about $38, I guess? Yeah, okay, so we're now waiting for Warmack's turn. Good night, Duck. Let's see what the thing generated. Again, that's not as barely even close to what I'm describing. It is probably good enough to use it, though, as the background. Got a bit of variation. There we go. Someone give the wizard rent money. I want more! Thank you for your enthusiasm, Pigsty. Hopefully someone will. Okay, I'll get that in a second, Warmack. I'm annoyed with my AI image generator. It's not generating anything like interesting. Maybe I'll come back to it. It's good enough background for now. The pressure jets on Karakor's leg spikes engage, allowing him to hover while spinning his additional legs, blending the goats into gyros as he advances to carve the target with speed akin to a helicopter blade. I don't know what blending the goats into gyros means. What's gyros? I mean, we could send it. Food. Let's see if it figures that out, shall we? Karakor, faced with more Ryu's relentless tactics, activates the pressure jets on its spike legs. The mechanoid hovers around the ground and with its additional legs spinning at incredible speeds, it advances towards more Ryu. The rotating legs create a whirlwind effect, blending the attacking goats into chaotic gyroscopic motion. See, that's what it thought you meant. It thought you meant gyroscopic, which is what I thought as well. The audience watches in astonishment as Karakor's newfound maneuverability allows it to advance with the speed and precision of a helicopter blade. The goat allies caught in the mechanoid's whirlwind are scattered in all directions. That's kind of funny to picture. More Ryu, now facing this whirlwind onslaught, must find a way to counter Karakor's devastating attack. The arena is a whirlwind of chaos, with both fighters pushing the limits of their abilities in this high-stakes battle. You know what I'd like is, to be able to do, this is something that Comfy UI can do, I know, and I will try and use it, to be able to say, like, okay, in this area, like the entire area, draw a background. And, you know, the fact that it is comprised of, like, square parts, I can make multiple square parts and blend them together. We could try that. And then in this area, render a fighter with this description. I give it the literal description. In this area, render a fighter with this description. I give it the literal description. It renders 3 separate images and merges them AI-ly. And then we can just use that as a template, and that can be a summary of the entire battle. Not just the background of the arena, but an image of the entire battle. I suppose I could allow you guys to give an additional prompt, which is the AI generating prompt, but That's a lot of extra work. I could just use the images. Like I could say like, hey, Comfy UI, put this image here and integrate it into the background, and put this image here and integrate it into the background. We could put each of them through a layer where it does like background removal or something. Yeah, Field Wizard, am I wrong? Uncultured AI says Womack. Are you Greek by any chance, or do you have a Greek restaurant nearby? Another turn. Directing her goat allies to regroup, More Ryu takes swift aim to destroy Karakor's pressure jets. Dai says, Re. Hello, Dai. Dai, it's AI Battle Arena. Let me share screen with you.
Oh, who's fighting?
Currently, a crab robot versus a tomboy warrior. There are goats in the arena, don't ask why. And people are able to contribute. If they contribute 500 or more, they get to just add in a prompt to the AI no matter what it is. And Verdant has just contributed that much and says, Dai says re, and that's the prompt that's going in.
Damn, he manifested it, man. Yes. That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to move things
around. Dude, if the re comes
in
and just destroys all, that would be great.
For some reason your thing isn't showing up. Should do it in a minute. I'll fix that in a second if not. Why isn't that working?
Yes.
Oh, it's got an error. Let's see if we can... know why. Connected, testing. Still not getting it. Weird. I'll try refreshing this, but it might still be broken. We'll see. Anyway. More Ryu, her tactical prowess on full display, directs her goat allies to regroup and avoid the whirling blades of Karakor's spinning legs. With precision, she takes aim at Karakor's pressure jets, determined to cripple the mechanoid's newfound mobility. Excuse me. Her bullets find their mark, striking the pressure jets with lethal accuracy. Sparks and steam erupt from the damaged machinery as Karakor's hover ability falters. The mechanoid descends to the ground, its spinning legs grinding to a halt. I'll skip the last paragraph. Now there's a new input from Verdant. Dai says re. Amidst the chaos of the battle, the unexpected exclamation from Dai rings out. Re! Echoes through the arena. A sudden and mysterious interruption in the ongoing clash between Karakor and More Ryu. The fighters and the audience alike are momentarily puzzled by the enigmatic utterance as they try to make sense of this new element introduced into the fray. The arena remains a whirlwind of elements, magic and unexpected surprises as the battle takes yet another unexpected turn.
That's funny. I love to see how Amaleth is still reigning supreme, by the way.
Mm-hmm. They currently are, yes. Gotta find somewhere for the doggo. Assuming that the Discord display is working, which
oh,
it isn't.
He looks so cute. Oh. Boomer's so cute.
I think I know where the display isn't working. Alright, give me a second, Dai. You'll lose the screen share, but you'll get it back in a moment.
No way.
Alright.
I'm blind, guys.
Okay, that should be fine. We should be able to get the display up any second. Okay.
Invader.
There you go.
Invader, go to church, man. Alright?
Alright, chat. Remember, we can extend the stream by an additional hour if we just get another £28 contributed. And we're currently...
Or we could watch Castle.
We're currently 14 minutes away from the end of the stream if we don't hit that target. And whenever we do end, I think we'll watch some Castle or something. With
you could pay 50 right now. We'll end immediately and watch Castle.
I mean, If someone requests it with a contribution of 50 or more, sure, fine. We're almost there
guys,
anyway.
We can watch Castle.
Not just if anyone sends 50, but if you specifically request it with 50 or more, then I'll actually do it. Ow.
That seems so funny to me. They're like, end the stream right now. And it's like, okay. Will do.
Yeah, that's true, Meatball. Both fighters have forgotten about the EMP that was deposited there. Oh, you did a prompt. Okay, nice. Karakor advances, reaching forward with a heavy crab claw in an effort to grapple the target and apply a crushing vice grip. It would take more than that for the beginning of a stream in beta. Karakor, undeterred by the enigmatic interruption from Dai, advances towards Morryu with determination. Its heavy crab claw reaches forward, aiming to grapple the warrior and apply a bone-crushing vice grip. Morryu, quick on her feet, attempts to evade the mechanoid's grasping claw. The arena trembles with the intensity of their struggle as she maneuvers to avoid Karakor's powerful grip. The battle remains a high-stakes contest of strength and strategy, with neither fighter willing to give in. It didn't say whether she did. I'm going to regenerate it so we get some certainty. She leaps to the side, narrowly evading the mechanoid's powerful grasp. Better. Right, we'll go with that. It is now Morryu's turn, I think. Fires. Morryu directs her goats to attack with the elements to force Karakor into the raging fire tornado, while she moves to the EMP device from earlier. Oh, Womack wants a reroll?
Wait, what?
Hold on. Who actually went first? I think Matthias went first. And so, wait, did he? Did Cole go first? We can find out. Hold on, let me scroll all the way up. First, so, it was Morryu as Matthias who went first. Womack as Karakor therefore gets a redo, and that was his turn. So we want to do a regeneration of that. Can we do that now? Yes. Okay, we're going back to the previous turn. Karakor, undeterred by the mysterious interruption, advances with determination. One of its heavy crab claws extends forward, aiming to grapple Morryu and apply a crushing vice grip. Morryu, quick to react, sidesteps the mechanoid's claw with a nimble dodge. She narrowly avoids the deadly grasp, her reflexes keeping her one step ahead. The arena quakes as Karakor's claw slams into the ground, leaving a deep indentation. Sorry, Womack, your reroll didn't work. Didn't give you the effect you wanted. Matthias, do you still want to send the same prompt? It was basically the same situation. Yes, okay, good. Morryu directs her goats to attack with the elements to force Karakor into the raging fire tornado while she moves to the EMP device from earlier. Morryu, recognizing an opportunity, directs her elemental goat allies to launch an assault with the power of their respective elements. Water, fire, and air combine to create a chaotic onslaught aimed at forcing Karakor toward the raging fire tornado from earlier. The elemental attack disrupts Karakor's balance, pushing it closer to the fiery tempest. The mechanoid, its defenses compromised, struggles to resist the combined elemental assault. While Karakor contends with the elemental onslaught, Morryu makes a bold move. She maneuvers towards the earlier deployed EMP device, her goal clear. The arena is a scene of chaos as the fighters and elemental forces clash, with Morryu inching closer to her objective. The outcome of this battle hangs in the balance. Plasma, it's 100 to prevent decay. Dai, do you want to start commentating, like reading out what happens?
I can't read though. I can try.
What do you mean you can't read?
It more so you'll see.
Is the text big enough on screen for you to actually see it?
I mean, yeah, it'll do.
Well, We'll have a chat opinion when the next AI prompt comes in, and it'll be up to them whether you ever are allowed to read again.
Okay. They're gonna say not to let me read again, by the way. I'm just preemptive.
I'm gonna move the boomer cam a little bit so that you can see which thing is being said by who. There you go. So when we get to the next turn, when someone puts in their next turn, the green bit here is the AI. So that's the bit that you'll be reading.
Okay. Oh god, the AI waffles so much, man.
It does a bit, yeah. I put some things in for next round that should prevent that a bit, but it's hard to. ChatGPT does waffle a lot. That's something I've noticed in lots of places. So it's currently Warmek's turn. We've got 6 minutes left, chat, of the stream. I think I will finish this battle, but then if we're over our time, we'll end straight away. Yeah, if there is
how many battles did you do?
We only did 2 today, including this one. They've been very long ones.
They went on for a while.
The previous one, though, had several times where it looked like it might be over, but the real audience kept saying, no, it's not over, keep going, because it wasn't quite a finishing move, and then the fourth one was. But this one has been close the whole time. There hasn't really been any potentially finishing move. Yes, Warmek, there is enough time to keep going. We'll finish this battle.
You say after an hour passes and the battle's still not fucking over.
If we get to an extra half hour past the time, I think we will save the rest of the battle for next time.
Yeah.
Understood.
I doubt it'll, hopefully should not go that long.
Obviously, Meatbun, I want all of you to prioritize your own finances before sending me money, but I greatly appreciate it, and it is necessary to keep the community and the streams going. Karakor jets into the flame tornado, passing through into the other side and attempts another seismic clap, causing the tornado to dissipate into a wave of pure cataclysmic inferno, scorching the target and her goat army. All right, Dai, ready?
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay, I'll wait.
Remember, make it exciting.
I'll wait for it all. Ah, shit. Karakor, faced with the elemental onslaught of Mari-Ryu tactical maneuvering, makes desperate and bold move. The mechanoid activates its jets and propels itself into the heart of the raging fire tornado. As it emerges on the other side, it unleashes another seismic clap. The shockwaves from Karakor powerful attack collides with the fire tornado, causing it to dissipate into a cataclysmic inferno of pure destruction. The arena is engulfed in a wave of scorching flames, consuming both Mari-Ryu and her elemental goat army. The audience watches in horror as the cataclysmic inferno engulfs the combatants, the area quaking under the intense heat and fury. The battle is taking a devastating and unexpected turn, and the outcome remains uncertain on the flames rages on.
Thank you, Dad. That was pretty good, actually. Chat, press 1 if Dai should be allowed. If Dai should be allowed to do that again. Press 2 if she should never be permitted to read as long as she may live.
I really tried. By the way, I really tried, and then I started
good.
stumbling on some places, and I was like, "Oh my god, oh no!"
No, you did fine, actually, Dai.
Because the way I read, like some people, apparently they're able to read ahead. I can't do that, so I read the word as I'm saying it. So sometimes I stumble upon some of the words or how to pronounce it, and I immediately, Yeah,
understood.
I do better if I can read it beforehand and then do it.
I was hoping that you would save my voice. I've been doing this for 2 hours, or 3 hours, actually.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, okay.
But chat, it's 1 if Dai's reading was good enough for her to do it again, 2 if it wasn't. I think it was. But I'm by no means going to make you do it frequently, though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I can maybe read it beforehand, and then I can try and put a bit better flair on it,
Understood. Get Motch in here to do the oo-woo reading.
Oh, God,
I think Motch might be asleep.
Motch does put heart into her performances.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the wrong kind of heart, but it's there.
All right, we're now awaiting Matthias, with Moriyu's next move. Oh, she isn't asleep. I DM'd you, March. I'm guessing that
she ignored you. Well,
no, I'm guessing we woke her up by saying her name, but the DMs didn't. Welcome back, March. March, do you want to come on and read the next prompt in an uwu voice, or is it way too late for that?
Or just read normally. You don't have to do the uwu voice,
That's a good point. You don't have to. What I'm also doing, Dai, is you see the background art here. I'm rendering a AI image for the background. Okay. In the background, like it's gradually improving as the arena, like as the battle changes.
Okay.
So this is a new one in the background.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool concept.
We've had some pretty good ones, but for this battle, I've been struggling to get anything good. I'm gonna try a few changes to the prompt.
So the concept of it, like getting better over time, like subtly, is quite cool.
Alright. I'm gonna try that.
Posh voice. The posh voice chat.
Alright, new turn from Matthias. Emerging from the flames, Moryu primes the EMP device and directs it Karakor in hopes of knocking out his mobility and weapons. Emerging from the flames, battered but determined, Moryu swiftly primes the EMP device she had targeted earlier. With precision, she directs the device toward Karakor, hoping to disrupt the mechanoid's mobility and weapon systems. The EMP device activates with a burst of energy, sending out electromagnetic pulses that wash over Karakor's mechanical form. Sparks fly, and the mechanoid shudders, and its systems are temporarily disrupted. Its mobility and weapons falter as the EMP's effects take hold. The last paragraph, Di, in case you missed it, is often like the AI just summarizing what's already happening, which I kind of don't like. I've asked it not to do that. We'll see if me asking it more forcefully in the next round will be more effective, but I usually don't read this last paragraph. And the first one often just repeats what I already said.
Stopping.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Moch won't be able to come on today. As I mentioned yesterday, chat, she's still not feeling very well. So if you wouldn't mind sending her get well soon messages, I would appreciate it. But after the stream, which will be ending as soon as the battle's over, pretty much, unless we do manage to hit that target, she may be able to stick around and watch a Castle with us. For anyone curious, Castle is a show starring literally me, and we've been watching it recently. Nathan Fillion, that is. We've been watching it recently, we quite enjoy it, so that's what we'll be doing after the stream, I expect. Since Dias here. Mm-hmm. By the way, Field Wizard, you can extract the anyone's profile picture because it's the Discord client's just a web browser. If you're on PC, it's easier than if you're on mobile. And there are also online tools to extract people's Discord Discord icon, I think. I'm not sure about that, actually. The Re takes physical form and eviscerates both contestants within seconds, forcing the fight to an end and cementing our fate to watch Castle. The one rule on premium prompts like that is that it can't implicitly or explicitly mention either of the fighters, and your one does.
Fuck. All right, hold on. Let me edit it.
All right, it also has to be something in universe, describing something in universe happening.
The Re is in universe.
Yes, it is. Also, it costs the equivalent of £5.
What if I put attempts to eviscerate? Would that fix the issue?
That isn't the issue. The issue is that it mentions the competitors, the contestants. It needs to just be about like a change in the environment, something that appears, something that changes.
Okay.
All right. Warmech has his next turn. Weapons disabled, prioritizing brute strength, Karakor says as he clips one of his defunct spike limbs and then throws it like a javelin to shatter the carried rifle into pieces. I mean, you're still... fair enough. Let's go. Oh, you fixed it. Okay, well, hopefully this is okay, what's written here. Let me know if it isn't. Okay, yeah, there's one that works. With its weapons disabled by the EMP device, Karakor quickly adapts to the situation. The mechanoid clips one of its defunct spike limbs and hurls it like a javelin with immense strength, targeting Moriu's carried rifle. The improvised projectile strikes the rifle with devastating force, shattering it into pieces. Moriu is left weaponless, her primary means of offense now reduced to rubble. Impressive.
How much do you have to contribute, like the cheer?
It's £5 or 500 Uza coins for the cheer. Do you have any Uza coins, Dai?
We're gonna find out. Is that better, by the way? Does that fix the issue?
Is what better?
I edited the thing I posted.
Oh, ages ago. Dai says, the Re takes physical form and eviscerates all that happens to be within its path. Still implicit. Well, assuming it's not within its path. I don't know, maybe.
No, that could be, it could, they don't have to be in its path. That could be, it could be, in a building could be in front of it. For all I know.
Attempting to bring an end to everything, cementing our fate to Watch Castle. Chat, what do you think? Do you think that is within the rules? Do you think that's acceptable?
It could manifest like in another continent, you know?
Let's hope so. If chat thinks it's acceptable, I will, because I like you, Dai, I'll give you that prompt, that premium prompt for free.
I was gonna cheer.
Well, if you have Uza coins, that's different. I don't want to make you pay real money. Oh, there you go. Yep, that's going in. Fucking close enough. We're near the end anyway.
Wait,
I didn't know you had Uza coins, Dai.
Wait, did that go towards Tomboys?
You didn't mention Tomboys.
No, that's just Tomboys came up right after I put it.
Well, everything did.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I saw topic popularity Tomboys in the lead. Like, that was all I saw.
All right. The Re takes physical form and eviscerates all that happens to be within its path, attempting to bring an end to everything, cementing our fate to Watch Castle.
I'm just curious to see what it does.
As the Re takes physical form, a malevolent and overwhelming force of destruction, it unleashes its wrath upon the arena. Anything in its path is eviscerated without mercy. The audience and combatants alike are engulfed in its devastating power. Amidst the chaos and destruction, the very fabric of reality seems to warp and twist. The desire to bring an end to everything and cement the fate of all to Watch Castle becomes an ominous and unstoppable force. The arena is consumed by the Re's cataclysmic rampage, and the outcome of the battle between Karakor and Moriu remains uncertain amidst the chaos. The fighters must now contend with a force beyond imagination as they fight for survival in this surreal and nightmarish ordeal.
I like how they turned the Re into a fucking cosmic horror. That's I'm very happy.
But no one is listed as defeated, and so the battle continues.
Yeah, fucking Christ.
Moryu swiftly grabs the thrown leg spike and directs the fire elemental goats, the only ones that could survive the wave of fire, to draw Karakor's attention while she snuck around behind him before leaping to drive the leg spike into the back of his head. Very complex, maybe unnecessarily.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Wanna's here. What the hell is Wanna going to think of this? In the midst of the Ree's devastating rampage, Moryu seizes a critical opportunity. She swiftly snatches the thrown leg spike and directs her fire elemental goats, the only ones capable of surviving the fiery maelstrom, to draw Karakor's attention. As the fire goats create a fiery diversion, Moryu stealthily maneuvers behind the mechanoid. With incredible agility, she leaps into the air and drives the leg spike into the back of Karakor's head. The audience watches in astonishment as Moryu's audacious move takes the mechanoid by surprise. Karakor roars in agony as the spike pierces its armor and strikes a critical point. The arena trembles as the tide of battle shifts once more, with Moryu's determination and resourcefulness coming to the forefront. Anything could happen now. Wanna, that is the first message you've typed that's unironically comprehensible, and all you said was hello.
Dude, I thank God I'm not the only one that's noticed that, because every time I've seen this fucking nigger come in chat, like, it's just nonsense. It's fucking nonsense.
No, he's one of the most wise people I've ever encountered, Dai.
Is Wise just speaking gibberish and confusing people?
Don't be ridiculous, Dai. It's not gibberish, it's oracle level insight.
Oh, right, yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure he's not drunk?
I think it would take more than alcohol.
Maybe.
So, Wanna.
How do I check how much Uza coins I have, by the way?
Cheers 0.
Cheers 0.
Which is a workaround. So, Wanna, tell us. Is it A, performance art, or B, actual psychosis?
Probably psychosis. My money's on psychosis.
Field Wizard, I can get you her user ID. You've got to put your Discord in developer mode. There it is.
Whose user ID?
That user ID is public information, by the way. That's Motch's user ID.
Oh, wow. Just fucking doxing your girl. What the fuck, dude?
It's not exactly doxing, no. It's public
no,
ID.
you just fucking doxed her, dude. What is this?
And here's Dai's public ID.
What the fuck?
It's like I posted a picture of your underpants on stream.
Don't
Wanna.
show people my Discord ID.
Wanna says, get a permit to climb a bridge. Look down as the cars pass. These AI systems are a way to infiltrate the human psyche. Delphi. Thank you, Wanna. That's very insightful.
On the bridge that you're standing on, does it say do a flip faggot? Just curious.
Karakor spins at a rapid rate, throwing the fiendish femboy. Your band. Your band.
Why can we
band.
not have?
Dai,
I
there
just
isn't
want a
one.
day
There isn't
without
one.
faggots.
There isn't one. He typed it for some reason. I think he meant tomboy, but you're banned, Warmek. Sorry, no, buddy, that's over. It's over. You called a tomboy a femboy, you're banned. You're out of here. No, I'm gonna fix it for you.
I'm so sick of people like you. You're what's wrong with the world. Fucking kill yourself.
Karakor spins at a rapid rate, throwing the fiendish tomboy off his back with Mach speed centrifugal force, while using his hammer crab arms to pulverize the remaining goats. he's apologizing profusely.
Dude, how can you ever fucking call a tomboy a femboy? That just shows me you're a raging faggot that shouldn't live. You know? Like, we have so many of them. It's just too much. I'm getting so mad right now.
Karakor's
my blood pressure's rising.
Crab arms swing with crushing power, pulverizing the remaining elemental goats. And Moryu was thrown off his back in a violent motion. The arena resounds with the sound of mechanical whirs and impacts as the goats are scattered and defeated. Smashed into pieces. I'm going to try something, chat. I'm going to try reminding it not to do things like re-summarizing.
Is there an EMP or something somewhere?
Yeah, it was already used.
Ah, okay.
suppose. Okay, we're going to try just sending it the new rules I've written in my document.
Mark, if you're really sorry, you'd give us money to show just how bad your decision was.
Look at that, chat. I gave it some advice. I said, don't repeat information you've already given or which I've already given. Do not describe the audience's reaction unless it's about a specific event. Do not write summaries of the state of the battle. Write with brevity and expressiveness. Just respond with acknowledgement. Acknowledged. Let's hope it doesn't always just respond with acknowledgement. Yeah, kind of.
It's just like, get in the kitchen.
Warmek says, I've been in a battle for my life for 2 fucking hours. Give me a break, woman.
No! No, that's no excuse.
Maybe I'll actually tell the AI battles should last about half an hour. I don't know if it knows about real time, but let's find out.
She did shoot you in the head with a 50 cal. I mean, still not dead though, it seems. There's a fucking like Cthulhu destroying everything in its sight, and you two are just like going at it still, so I don't even know.
Well, if they ignore something in the arena, the AI is likely to as well.
What if the arena is fucking gone? As it said, like, not even a while ago.
The AI determines the canonical state of the arena, and what it responds with is part of that.
Was the audience eviscerated too?
No, the audience wasn't killed, I don't think.
Okay.
Nakaveen, we used to do 4 to 8 battles per session, didn't we? 1 hour clashes consisting of bad spelling and grammar, massive autism, and desperate semi-magical attempts at one another's lives. Yeah, what we need to do, I need to put some work into this to try to naturally make sure it's not as lengthy as this. Yeah, there was a dragon and a giant wrestling last round, and no one even cared. Oh, and Verdant has his obsession constantly interjecting in the battle as well. I will. I'm going to do Matthias's first, and then we'll do Verdant's. Staggering to her feet, more Ryu withdraws deep into the forest to reassess her options. If it just responds and says acknowledged, I'm not going to be happy about that. I want it to only respond to that message with acknowledgement. Let's see what happens when I do this. If it's broken, if it's fucked up by the thing I just tried to do, I will take the time to fix it. Fuck! Damn it! Okay, I'm going to do that again. There we go, acknowledged, and send that. That's very funny, though. Okay. Moryu, battered but determined, staggers to her feet and withdraws deep into the fiery forest. There, she takes a moment to reassess her options and formulate a new strategy. Well, it just re-summarized what you said. You didn't say a lot, you just withdrew. So, that's fine, I guess. It is being more brief. Yeah. I mean, maybe understood kind of makes sense, actually, because you didn't tell it what you're trying to do. Or you did say what you're doing, but you didn't try to do anything that the AI has to adjudicate. What can I do, says Matthias. Fight, man, fight! Fight with your bare hands if you have to. Or, if both players want us to leave the battle for now and save it until next time, we can. That will be Matthias and Warmek. So if both of you want me to, we can.
They're so close to death, maybe, you know.
It is,
You should try talking to the one of you guys, and get it on your side.
Oh, we need to put Verdant's prompt in. Cyberjew re-enters the fray, revealing Dai's Discord ID. Cyberdew re-enters the battle, wielding newfound knowledge. They reveal Dai's Discord ID, introducing a fresh element of intrigue and digital manipulation into the ongoing conflict. Holy shit. Alright, it's now Warmek's turn.
Dai uses confusion on the AI. Just it moves on every time.
I do appreciate the shorter responses. I'm hoping that they're not too short now. We'll see.
I like that meme.
Karakor uses his armor to hunker down as he attempts to expunge the EMP effects from his systems. Chat, kill each other for goodness sake. Karakor, battered but determined, hunkers down and attempts to expunge the lingering effects of the EMP. One of the things I told it is don't repeat what I said. The mechanoid focuses its effort on restoring its disabled systems, preparing for the next phase of the battle. Within the forest, Ryu contacts the Re and tries to direct it against Karakor, arguing it to be a sin against nature, arguing that Karakor is a sin against nature. Would that be okay? Arguing that they sin against nature.
I like that.
Within the fiery forest, Ryu contacts the Re in a bold attempt to sway its destructive power. She argues that Karakor's actions are a sin against nature. Don't just re-describe what I just told you. Tell me what happens. Does it work? Her words resonate in the tumultuous realm as Ryu attempts to sway the Re to join her cause against the mechanoid. The outcome of this impassioned plea remains uncertain as the battle between technology and nature hangs in the balance. I think it's fair to say that you didn't succeed in convincing the Re.
Damn. This should have worked, man. You said it was a sin against nature. I hate the sin.
Verdant, you mentioned the combatants in your message. I'm sorry, even though I admire what you're trying to do by trying to end the battle, you can't do that, so you gotta do that without mentioning, implicitly or explicitly, the combatants. I will let you redo that without
just
paying
say,
me again.
Cabal aims to kill all within its path.
I had
all within its field of view.
I had also said Verdant implicitly as well.
I love how Trad is trying, man.
NTS has given a premium prompt of reality ends.
Fucking based.
For that, I'm going to put
happen?
Verdant's in, because Verdant had his first. Cabal aims to end all life on the battlefield. As the battle rages on and various forces and entities become entangled in the conflict, the Cabal, driven by its inscrutable motives, makes a sinister decision. It aims to bring about the end of all life on the battlefield, a chilling and catastrophic event, intent rather that threatens to plunge the arena into darkness. The fighters and audience... Wait. Again, it's not saying what actually happens. God damn it. Regenerate.
Just keeps going to the fight remains uncertain.
Yeah. It is. We don't know the outcome. I'll give it one more regeneration, but if we don't determine the outcome in the third one, we have to assume that it just failed. Nope. Nope, we don't know. The outcome of the Cabal's sinister plan remains shrouded in darkness as the battle rages on. We shall never know.
Fucking how, dude?
NTS, reality contains the competitors, and so I'm going to say you can't just end reality.
But why not?
You just want to watch Castle. I might just make the executive decision to end in a few minutes. Okay, so me Butter sent this one. Has someone actually sent a real prompt?
No way.
Hold on. Like one of the players, Caracol. We're waiting on Matthias.
I stabbed his fucking brain.
Why is writing in third person, Matthias? Okay, so I'll send this one. Cabal deploys an overloaded phaser in an attempt to cause a massive explosion, only to realize the delay timer was set too long.
Oh my god.
The Cabal deploys an overloaded phaser. I already told you that. However, in a moment of realization, it discovers that it's too long. Tension fills the arena as the fighters in the audience are momentarily spared from the imminent catastrophe, but uncertainty lingers as the timer continues its countdown. Now that actually does make sense, because it hasn't finished counting down yet.
How much of it was counting down? Like, what was the time limit?
We don't know. That's up to the AI.
Oh, okay.
All right, we have
It's the first time I've heard of a fucking countdown, so.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed Caracol's turn, yeah. Realizing the opportunity of the deafening Ree, Caracol decides to play back the message of the Ree with sound waves from his gauntlets towards the tomboy at double volume to destroy the target's ears and balance. Mean? The arena echoes with the amplified sounds as it converges upon Moryu. The audience... fuck off. Actually, tell me what's happening. The outcome remains uncertain. Fuck you. Tell me what happened.
You should say that you can't say it's uncertain in the next prompt, because it's said that now 5 times in a row.
Yeah. The intense sonic assault targets Moryu's ears and balance, aiming to incapacitate her, even it trembles, etc. The battle is marked by relentless pursuit of victory. Nope, 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 nope. Moryu is caught in the devastating sonic assault. The intensity of the attack leaves her disoriented and reeling, her senses overwhelmed. That's better. There you go. Right. Warmex says he's had enough. Matthias, shall we save the battle until next time?
Chat, you have 5 minutes to extend the timer for it by an hour.
No. No, we're already 25 minutes past. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh god, there's another turn. All right. Leave that for now. You can't say Victor in your premium prompt field wizard because it's not about the. It's about the battle. I guess. Either way, we're going to do this one first. Moryu tells the Ree that Caracor is mooching with another O. Mooching it. Mocking? What do you mean? Mocking or mooching? Can you edit your message, please? By using its own attack for Caracor's own purposes, Moryu directs the Ree to finish Caracor.
I assume it's mocking, because mooching doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Just confirm that, though, Matthias. It is mocking, you mean.
Fucking learn how to spell, nigga.
Learn how to read, though, die.
I can read, it's just, I can't read ahead.
I see. Ryu, still disoriented by the sonic assault, seizes a desperate opportunity. She communicates with the Re, informing it that Karakor is mocking it by using its own attack for its own purposes. With her guidance, she directs the Re to finish off Karakor. The Re, a formidable force of destruction, heeds Ryu's call and shifts its attention towards the mechanoid. The arena trembles as the Re unleashes its devastating power, its wrath now directed at Karakor. Remains uncertain, fuck off.
Why does it keep doing? I don't think I've been here for a single time where I've seen something end. It's all the AI has always just said it's uncertain.
All right, 1 second, chat. All right, here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're going to save the rest of the battle for next time. I'm going to... No more prompts will be considered, including premium ones. But the ones that have already been sent will be included, so give me a second here. We're going to make sure that this one is right. Then I'm going to put in the 2 premium ones that are queued. Whatever happens is where it's left until next time. Okay? We need to wrap up. So, finish back on for all. Hangs to the balance. Fuck off. Bad. Let's try again. Level and energy channeling towards Karakor with almost tent. Nope, that's also bad. Okay, so there's no determined outcome of that action. Alright, so we had this prompt from Field Wizard. Cabal summons the Discord Kitten to decide the victor. In a last-ditch effort to determine the victor, the Cabal summons the Discord Kitten, a whimsical yet enigmatic entity known for its capricious decisions. Capricious is better than no decision at all. ChatGPT, tell it to make a decision.
Make a decision!
The arena holds its breath as the Discord Kitten materializes, its presence casting an aura of uncertainty over the battlefield. It surveys the chaotic scene, its decision poised to tip the balance in favor of one of the combatants. The fate of the battle now rests in the paws of this unpredictable entity. What does it say?
You're losing your mind. This is so funny.
Right. We're leaving that and we're putting in the last message from Nakavine. Alright, we're nuking the arena. In a stunning display of firepower, Second Lieutenant Huniz fires the tank's 140mm gun, shooting a compact hydrogen bomb into the ground below. We're uncertain about... No, the arena is engulfed in a blinding explosion of immense magnitude, the shockwave rippling out with devastating force. The outcome of this cataclysmic event remains uncertain as the battlefield is transformed into a maelstrom of destruction. Right, that's it, chat. That's it. AI has failed us. We're going to wait until next time. Next time I will consider doing something to this. Bully it to make it work better.
Next time, put a prompt where it says you can't say it's uncertain. Like you just can't. You have to give an actual outcome of something.
You are not allowed to remain uncertain about the outcome of any of my prompts. Can't decide, make something up at random. See what happens when I do that. In the wake of the cataclysmic explosion triggered by Second Lieutenant Huniz's tank, the battlefield is utterly transformed. The force of the blast engulfs Karakor, Ryu, and the Re, scattering debris in all directions. When the smoke and dust settle, the arena is marked by devastation. The outcome is clear. Karakor lies in ruins, its mechanical forms shattered beyond repair. Ryu, though battered and bruised, emerges as the victor of this relentless battle. The audience witnesses to this incredible clash erupt in a mixture of astonishment and relief as the battle comes to an unexpected and dramatic conclusion.
Shouldn't she have bled out, though, by now?
No. The AI knows better, after I tell it to know better. Okay, so that's going in the general prompt. You are not allowed to remain uncertain.
Yeah.
I think I've written a lot of little entries into this prompt, and it may be that it's just too much. It's getting it confused. I think I need to work to pare down the overall prompt into something more concise for next time. But that's for next time. The battle is over. More Ryu, controlled by Matthias, has won. Very close, though. It's fucking Jova. So, Matthias, you get 2 additional causes, such as the ones from this list, to support, besides your house, which is Spire. And I'm guessing it's going to be Tomboy's supremacy.
Hey, maybe you want to put towards Amalith and, other stuff. You never know.
He's not even in Amuleth.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
put
what?
it towards other stuff.
It could be a trigger.
Matthias, if you wish to add another item to your list of supported causes, I will allow you to do so as long as it's die.
What do you mean?
This is what you wanted, die, right?
What? Are you just putting in die as an option? Like what does that even happen?
All right, Matthias, are you okay with me putting your coins towards Spire, Tomboys, Supremacy, Die, 8-bit? Away they go.
Fucking make your own decision.
He did. He said yes.
He didn't. You gave him the fucking option, and he's just like, yes, master.
But that is what you wanted,
I can't think for myself. Please put the points you've graciously given me towards your own cause, because I can't think for myself.
Don't listen to the whiny 8-potato. Also, it's 8-bit. Bicky, not 8-bit. Well, that's what he said, so fuck it. End of stream. Ratchanogle Opus Cauldron. My fucking soul, says Womack. Was that incredibly tense, Womack? Matthias doesn't care about Discord kitten. Fair enough. You don't have to. Atronach has been summoned. Great, Atronach. Great timing. Yes, we're just ending.
Yes, welcome, my dude.
What a fucking mess that was. ChatGPT, I think we have a lot more potential to make it work better, but it's going to take a lot of effort to do that. So, lots to do, chat, but that was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me. We're going to end now, and I hope you'll all join me in Pit 1 shortly after the stream to chat briefly before we go to probably a stage channel, and Di will put on Castle for us.
Indeed.
Thank you for watching, everyone. We will see you next time. Cabal prevails.